fudge brownie, thanks. And lollies, yeah, thanks.
Hello. Hey, Joe Bob, you're dancing.
Hello.
Must be Friday.
Oh, it must be Friday. Sorry I'm late, guys. I'm always late.
How are you?
I'm sweating. I just ran in the door and ran back and forth and wanted to make a coffee first. And I asked David, could he help me? And he said, not my fault, you're late. So here's my coffee. Grab your drinks, guys. Grab your crafting. Let's go. It's Friday Mayhem and I have notes. You cheeky buggers.
Uh-oh.
But first,
Tell us about your new tell us about your new studio.
I know, first I want to know how you are. Are you well, Liz?
I'm okay. I have a head cold / allergies, but I'm okay. Could be
You're
worse.
okay. Your weather's been quite mild. Quite nice.
It has been. We've already been up close to 80 though. So right now we're in the 60s. We'll be back up towards 80 by the end of the week.
Oh, okay. So
I'm out of
start getting a little warmer, getting ready for your spring.
No, this is our spring.
This is your spring. So you have a lovely weather for spring. And
spring will be over in a week or two.
No.
Okay. And how are you, Miss Therese?
I'm cold and we're never having spring. So we go from winter to winter. Yes, her hair.
Mama Nevin.
The bob is back.
Mama Nevin, Joni, how are
Joe's
you?
Bob is back.
You put the bob in the bob. Yeah.
That's right.
Got notes. Who's in trouble? I think Teresa's in trouble, yes. And I think Amy might be in trouble. As always.
Oh, shocking.
To be fair.
There's no stopping me. Oh, so hang on. David's bought me a packet of cheekies. Now, these used to be called another name, but political correctness stepped in. Little brown boys. I'm eating Allen's cheekies. They're now called cheekies. They were called something else back in the day.
They were here
that
too.
You're not going to say anymore. Yeah. Oh, that's nice of my husband to bring me lollies, and I've got some choc fudge brownie to scop in front of you guys. Oh, here I am. Who else is coming today? Is anybody else jumping on today? Mama Nevin's here. Why isn't she here?
I don't know. I didn't know who was coming. And quite frankly, when you're here, we want to hear all the stuff you've been doing in a month.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, when I'm here, nobody else gets a word in. Good grief. We all know that's true.
It's okay, though, because we love you. So.
No gag orders today. Oh, my goodness. Let's I missed you ladies very much. I've been watching the podcasts. I've been really busy. I've been doing a little bit of overtime, getting up super early, doing extra work, and then working last Saturday, stuff like that to catch up. Because, I went away for a week to work somewhere else, and then I had to come back and catch up on that. And then I had the technician come to maintain my machines. Oh, Tina has a free gift for me. Yes. I can't believe my 15 friends haven't given you my address, but yes, I will. I do need to talk to you because I want to get some more yarn from you. That I've been watching your Wildcard Wednesdays. Amazing. And Tina, while you're here, let me just go to the last page of my notes. When episode 87, so Monday, Mama Nevin came and Tina came with special guest appearance from Groucho. Is Groucho a boy or a girl? I don't know. I couldn't tell in that brief appearance. You think Groucho's a girl?
I do.
Right. Well, there was something. Oh, yes, I wrote notes. So
I know, right?
I'm in the notes. You're in the notes. You are. Okay, so
she's a girl, Joe.
Oh, Groucho's a girl. She's a sweetie. Big chubby cheeks that you just got to squeeze. Unlike my Kevin the cat, my new kitten. How old is he now? 3 months? 3 to 4 months. He's a vampire. He just gets in there and sucks on my neck or my arm or fingers, anything. My butt, if he can get to it. Every morning 2 seconds before the alarm goes off, he wakes me up anyway. And he's a vampire. You think he's coming in for a snuggle, but no, he's still got that suckling thing happening where he's missing his mum. And I just pick him up and throw him to the other side of the bed, not off the bed, but, you know, sometimes I do deposit him that side off the bed. But it's an icky feeling because you think you're going to get a little smoochy cuddle. And often when I'm knitting, he will come up and climb up on my chesticles and turn his back to me, and he sleeps like that right on my chest so I can't get my chin down and I can't see my knitting. So lucky I can do just plain knitting. But back to Tina. Tina, thank you very much. Tina has merch, by the way. That's what I want to talk to Tina about too. She has really cool T-shirts. She has merch, so I do want to grab a T-shirt. Tina also said the colourway, the Nitchy Bitter. Oh, you've got a tote bag.
I did get a tote bag.
I'm going to grab a T-shirt, absolutely. So thanks, Tina, for doing all the hard work and getting your merch store sorted. Tina has done a colourway Nitchy Bitter and 20% proceeds going to Let Them Live. So I did want to mention that again in case you didn't watch last week. Let me catch you up. Or this week.
Wait. Before you go on, I have a package from Tina to show. And since you mentioned Nitchy Bitter, I thought...
Great. Ta-da. Let's get into that. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay. That's fabulous. Okay.
That is.
Nitchy Bitter. You know, and even though she's very quiet these days, she's always on my mind.
And this one is Where the Wild Things Are. And I had not opened this till just now. Isn't that stunning?
Oh, how gorgeous. You know I love colourful yarn. I love colours.
Yeah. These are going to be hats.
And thank you. I forgot to say hello to everyone out there in the knitting world who's, you know, partying hard on a Friday night, knitting with us. Thank you to the trolls. Hi, trolls. I'd like to acknowledge you now on this land that I'm sitting on.
Ooh, nice tank tops.
Thanks for coming, trolls. And thank you, Tina, for slapping one down. I thought that was hilarious. And also thank you, Tina, for slut-shaming Bianca Sensori. Because as a fellow Australian, I'm absolutely disgusted and ashamed. Not just what she's wearing, just how she's being so submissive to the dickhead who wears all black and wears full-face robber masks but puts her in tights and underwear in public. And she looks really uncomfortable and she looks like she's not having a great time. So thank you. Yes, I'm slut-shaming her also in solidarity with Tina. Rubber Dub Dub, 3 men in a tub. Let's just go back to, you know, Monday's what's fresh in your mind. Cockney slang originally was Rubber Dub Dub, 3 maids in a tub. Anyone got any other ideas or knowledge? I'm here for it. But it was slut-shaming the butcher, the baker and the candlestick maker who were ogling 3 maids in a tub at a fair. There you go. So, no, it's not about 3 boys in the bath together giving each other back rubs or washing each other's toes. That wasn't happening. But they were. It was a rhyme to shame the what do you call it? You know, the people who you would expect to have a bit more respect in your community, the tradesmen of the community. But we all know with the old PDF files that, you know, they're usually the people in power who do the worst things. Oh, someone said it usually gets a little chaotic with Joe, Liz Clothier, and then corrected herself and said, oh, I mean calm and relaxing. So here's my calm and relaxing voice. Therese wished for an orange sweater and boom. Therese made a wish. She said something out loud. She planted the seed and now I believe it's happening June, July, September, something like that.
Happening, yep.
That's amazing. But I already started without you. I made a neck warmer out of this baby alpaca. It's not really bright. It's not really bright, actually. I have brighter orange. But there's some knitting podcast.
What are you talking about?
I'm looking forward to the orange sweater business. Is it going to be a sweater or is it just going to be orange? And we're reclaiming. So tax-free orange on this. I didn't pay anybody any extra for the privilege of knitting with orange yarn.
Nope.
Nobody got any commissions or proceeds just for saying the word orange or wearing it. There you go. How cool is that? Now I look like Tina, look, with that little bandana too. That was cool. I like her bandana pattern. That was cool. Okay. And, yes, I believe Neil is a troll in the chat. Interesting that when he's not here, the shit goes down. Maybe they're scared of him, but I think it's Neil too. So, yeah, Monday was great. Thanks, girls. I really enjoyed that. That was a and I have not yet looked up the Detroit brioche jacket, Therese. So you're in luck. I haven't started it. I'm not going to push it because I haven't seen it yet on Ravelry, guys. Apparently it's free on the Big R. And while Tina's still here and she hasn't fallen asleep listening to my calm and relaxing voice with my Australian accent, Craft Snark is bitching about colourways being named after bodily functions. I've got one for you, Tina, another Cockney slang. It's called raspberry tart. Do you know what that rhymes with? I'll give you a minute. Raspberry tart, can you smell my...
Yeah.
Raspberry tart, pull my finger. Can you smell my...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. I want to say also thank you to Anne Pinkover for, showing up in my absence. And I have to say, Anne's the only adult in the room, and the notes I have for that are minimal because Anne keeps you girls in control. She keeps you under control. I have Joe tells us what to do and we do it. Bullshit. That's bullshit. That's a fallacy.
Morgan might argue with you.
I like to bust that myth. And then, yes, Therese mentioned that she'd like to knit an orange sweater, and hey presto, within a week that's happening. And then Liz said, talking about Friday Mayhem, let's bring out the wine, says Liz Clothier. Anne really kept you girls under control. I like it when Anne comes to visit because, by golly gee whiz, when Morgan, Tara, Caro and Amy and Tina in the Dark happen, it's a smut episode. No Neil in sight. It was disgusting.
Oh,
just
please.
saying.
You were not disgusted. You were not disgusted.
You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Don't even try that.
Ashamed of yourselves. But thank you for getting through the last Friday Mayhem, Morgan, and I hope you get through this one without too many headaches. Thanks for co-hosting the Stripes Knit Along for March. So Stripes Knit Along, you said I'd tell you all about it, and I am. Amy said stripes are stripes, and she's right. Whatever you want to knit, whether it's faded stripes or one little stripe, or what else, guys? Self-striping yarn or scrappy stripes, whatever you want to knit. I'm knitting stripes this month. I've already started, and I'm going to give away some prizes. So there may be some gift cards. There may be some yarn being sent. Actually, I offered some yarn if somebody could give me some inspiration for knitting stripes patterns. And the yarn is up here. Oh, look, behind me. Oh, look, not in my shed. Let me get my little doohickey-doodads out of the way.
It's weird when she doesn't have to get out of the car and go around the back.
Go to the...
Sorry. Okay, so I have some yarn here. Oh. Sorry, all my little toys. I like my toys. I have some yarn here that I offered. It's here in the bag. It's Mickey and Minnie by Nicole C. Mendez. I believe she was in Germany. 75% virgin wool, 25% nylon, 459 yards for 100 metres. So it's really cute. And so it's got reds, golds, looks like a brownie black, could be probably a black being Mickey and Minnie, pale pink. It's got lots of lovely colours, and I'm really interested to see. I've got two of them for you. So I'm still waiting for some inspiration. If somebody, Therese, what you've knitted is amazing. That was great inspiration. Something so different, a diagonal pattern.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. But it's still sitting here. Now, as soon as somebody shows me a pattern that I want to knit, it's all yours. I'll mail it to you, no probs. It's here on my shelf. Caro said stripes are a construct, and I'm with her as well. I mean, anything. You put one I could have put a stripe in this. I should have, actually. I was thinking about putting one single little stripe, but then I have got some white, maybe it's white or cream and grey. and a little bit of the orange left. So I may stripe all three to make something else to go with this cowl. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to put a stripe in somewhere just because I can. What else is happening? In the first episode I was watching, we're talking about Tabitha Math. So according to Tabitha Math, I have purchased 0 wool this month, and that means I've got these. I've got these beautiful wool organic knitters yarn spun from 100% certified organic Australian merino fleece wool. And I got these colours, just one of each, and then 2 of this beautiful beige. It's called grapefruit, actually. I don't know why. Do you know grapefruit that's this colour?
No.
Cream to me. Where's my camera? There you go, where my face is, of course. So 104 metres per 50-gram balls. So thank you, Tabitha. I've also purchased no yarn this month, but these happen to fall into my hands. I like them. I like the colours together. Maybe they could be something striped together.
That would be pretty.
Yeah.
And then I bit the bullet. I haven't read it yet because I've been too busy working. I bought the knitting pattern. Oh, no tease. Who do I sound like? I think I sounded like Tina then. No tease. That New York thing. The knitting pattern writing handbook I have purchased to read.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah. I thought that would be interesting. Christina McGrath and Sarah Walworth, knitting technical editors and creators of Tech Tip Talk. There you go. So, I just thought I'd give that a read because I've got all these designer friends that I critique, constructive criticism I call it, but anyway. And then I bought the Doodle Knit Directory.
I looked at that yesterday, but I didn't buy it yet.
In the US, it's $24.99. Don't ask me what I paid for it here, like almost double. Thank you to Amazon for your free shipping. It's got some cute little pictures. So it's just got, it's got charts of little pictures and snowflakes and trees, leaves, flowers, leaves. Here, I'll show you the leaves. The leaves are cute. So it's just got lots of pictures and charts like that I thought I would do. Oh, sorry, Liz, you were looking down. So, yeah, look, Amy. Hang on. Let me find something for Amy. Amy, comment below. What am I pointing to in the doodle book? Comment below. Look, Amy.
I don't know if Amy's here.
Oh, well, when she tells me that she suffered my, waffling on for 2 hours, she can tell me what I pointed to. Okay. Amy, you might win a prize.
Amy's creating a sweater.
Oh, does she want to look at this?
Oh, no, it's going to have Granny Squares, crochet and knit.
Oh, I love that. I do love that. I like it. I'm often tempted to knit a big granny square in the middle and then just add it all on, with the slip stitches, knit 2 together on either side and knit a jumper. That's a cool idea. Amy also
she's doing something with granny squares on the sleeves, I think is what she was.
Yeah.
Oh, so plain body waffle sleeves?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
The Ganda, do you have the Ganda fashion store in the US? No, that's interesting to say that. There's a fashion store called Ganda. Look, here we go. No, Winter 2022. I have hung on to this brochure forever. It's just a fashion store called Ganda.
No.
Never heard of it.
Nope.
Oh, this is just junk that I collect during my travels because they have lots of knits in their fashion stuff. Knitted vests out of the granny square sort of whatever you call it, the trebles. Yeah, just little vests like that.
They sell that in their stores?
Yeah, they sell it in the stores, and I'm the elderly person who embarrasses her children by photographing it in the stores. And then I got a copy. See that nice oversized coat and crochet squares too? It's 2022. Oh, sorry about the noise. Can you hear that really large mosquito in the background?
Yeah.
Great timing. That's the landlord doing renovations next door. Thanks, Peter. See, they have lots of knits in their repertoire in their stores, stripy knits for some inspiration. I love that. I could be tempted to get my scrappy yarns. So it's funny that this is sat on my desk, but, oh, here, this is what I mean. Look, granny squares and knitting together.
Mm-hmm.
So they do, or granny squares, more stripes. I really get inspired by fashion magazines, even though they're young fashions.
Yeah.
Wow, I could go and smack my landlord right now. That's not cool. Yeah, so no, I always hang on to bits and pieces like this for inspiration. That's not funny. I'm really sorry about that. If it gets too loud, I'll have to mute him. Amy was talking about beef bacon.
Mm-hmm.
I've never ever heard in my life about beef bacon. Mm-hmm. So that was really interesting, and I do need to research beef bacon because I'm a real big fan of pastrami. I love pastrami on my bread roll at work. I have it nearly almost every day for lunch with a slice of Swiss cheese.
Yes.
So I'm big on beef in the, delicatessen sort of style form, not in the cook stuff because I don't cook. So beef bacon. Oh, Therese, I knit something I have to show you. I just finished it last night. Oh, Peter. Oh, I'm sorry about that. There's nothing I can do. He's really in a hurry to renovate the shop next door. I love planned pooling and pooling that are mistakes, Therese. I just have to say, because I know your comment was, I don't love pooling. I do.
That's cute, though.
That's cute. I was kind of hoping I'd get stripes.
See that, but you know
like
what? That's different. That's different because it's striped. I just don't like when there's big wads of color, that takes up. That's what I don't like.
Well, when I started it, actually, I got big pooling. Hang on, see that? It sort of went in a zigzag.
Yeah,
that was a shame that I had to fold it under for the brim, but that was the beginning. It must have been my tension in the beginning.
Right.
I did try to rib it first, and I had to frog it back because these beautiful colours you couldn't see, and it ended up sort of just looking like that on the inside with all mixed colours. So I started, and I was getting pooling, and I thought Therese is going to really hate this. But then when I turned the corner, it started.
I don't love it, but it actually looks okay because that looks like
I
it's
like
on
it.
purpose. It looks like it's on purpose.
Look, Amy. Oh my God! Tell you what, does it sound like a mosquito or does it sound like renovations happening? We breed them big in Australia. Our mosquitoes. There's one mating next door. Bloody hell!
All your other animals try to kill you. You might as well have big mosquitoes.
Yeah, everything else here is deadly.
I want to thank Caro for mentioning her romance book by Faye Black. In case you missed it, episode 85 of the Knit Night podcast. It's a romance that she's selling on Kindle, and I didn't quite understand the title and had to go and Google her. She has lots of storybooks. Not just this one, but are you ready for it?
No,
this one that she was is called Roll, as in bread roll, ROLL, D, as in dumbass, 20, as in how old I wish I was again. So Roll D,
it's a Dungeons and Dragons
for love. But it's got a subtitle which I don't understand, and it said, and hope it crits, CRITS. I don't know what crits means.
Critical. They're critical points in Dungeons and Dragons.
Crits. Oh, there you go. So I learned something new. Thank you, Caro. It's a shame
I got the book.
Oh, you did?
I did. I started it, but I haven't gotten into it yet because I was finishing up another book first. She has some other books, but they're very explicit. And
Liz, you went sideways at 56 minutes, which was effing hilarious. Can I just tell you? 56 minutes, episode 85. Episode 85, folks. If you're bored or you missed it, Liz goes sideways at 56 minutes in. Don't even worry about listening to the rest of it. You were so funny. You were just like hanging in there like a koala. Oh, we have a koala. Did I tell you last month?
No.
We have another koala. So what do we call it? Department of Primary Industries, you know, all the forestry people and the livestock people, they came and approached us and asked, would we be interested in monitoring our 100 acres to see if there are any actual koalas? And we said, hey, lady, we know there's been 2 of them in the last 9 years. And they did. They did a whole report and showed us that they put this monitoring system at a base point, and it monitors to 150 metres from the base point very strongly. However, it can also reach to 250 metres, and the monitoring was supposed to last for 2 weeks. And in fact, it lasted for only 7 days because the koala was calling so much. He triggered off the recording device so much that the battery went flat after 7 days. So within 150 metres, David showed them roughly close to where we had spotted the last one a few years back when Jack saw it up the tree, a big male. So there's a big male calling for a mate in our back paddock. So, yeah, so it was pretty funny watching you hang on sideways like that. Just reminded me of koala bears hanging on the side of tree branches. So we've got a big boy up the back somewhere looking to find a girlfriend. And also I've had very little sleep this week because we're having an echidna in our house yard. So the fence goes around the house. That's where the dogs are allowed to roam and dig holes. It's all sand. It's shit. You wouldn't put cattle on our property, although we have 2 cattle. It's very, very sandy. We have an echidna who decided to come into the house yard.
What?
And because 2:30 in the morning, Millie opens the front door and let Penny out, the Australian Kelpie. The golden retrievers were sound asleep. They didn't care. Penny goes beeline straight for this echidna, sniffed it out straight away. It's probably about 50 metres from the house. And so it's at 170 yards. Yes, Therese.
What is it you're talking about?
That's an echidna. That's an echidna.
Oh, an anteater. An anteater.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Echidna. Okay. Anteater. Jack picked one up and chased me around the house with it. I would never touch one because they have those spikes on them.
Yeah,
so we have
spiny anteater.
Like a porcupine and anteater.
Yeah, like a porcupine. Yeah.
Okay.
And they love the sand, of course, and they dig into the sand. So Penny the Kelpie decided to investigate, and all the dogs woke up, barking, yelping, screaming at 2:30 in the morning. And so the echidna has gone deeper and deeper and deeper into the sand. And David said, oh, don't worry, in the morning later on, I'll dig it up and remove it and relocate it. But he said he was not digging further than 6 foot. So it's really, really deep. And even this morning when I got up, Penny was back there at the same spot having a little dig away. We want the echidna to get out so it can have a drink of water and get food and eat all the ants. But no, it's sort of a stalemate. Possibly one night when Penny's the only dog who sleeps inside every single night full time, as she demands. So possibly one night, hopefully, if we get a little bit of rain, it might come up and move along when Penny's having a snooze. But Penny's on echidna duty right now, so that's really frustrating. Just digging away. Good for her leg muscles, digging, but the echidna's going deeper and deeper.
What happened to all your puppies?
Oh, they're gone. Even Travis has gone. Yep, they've all gone. Travis is gone. He went on a big aeroplane a few weeks back, and all the pups are gone. I'm like, I'm not dealing with it. Get rid of them. So they're all gone. What else? And just Kevin the cat's being a vampire, a pain in my ass. Sorry about the light bouncing off my hat. I have a window just over here to the front right of me, but it doesn't have a blind or a curtain yet, and it's quite a bleak day today. So sorry about that. I'll take that off so you're not having to wear your sunglasses to look at me. Oh, also, Liz, you're an arty-farty, so you know all about Peter Cornelius Mondrian. I saw Tina's beautiful Mondrian socks and her Mondrian kits, her sets that she's got for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really, really enjoy his work because I love the geometric, the plasticity. It's such. Did you know that his real name is Peter Cornelius Mondrian, 2 A's, and after 1911, he changed his name to Piet Mondrian, and it's an anagram for I Paint Modern.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's followed Picasso, and he's followed masters moving into all the different styles that sort of jumped in very quickly in the art world. Little decades of different art styles, and his anagram is I Paint Modern. I really love his work, and I'm pretty sure in my stash of Vogue knitting books, or if you're in the UK, they're called designer knitting, in that stash of books, I'm pretty sure there's an issue with a Mondrian-styled sweater.
Oh, I'm sure.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a look for those.
Yeah.
There's heaps. I'm pretty sure there's heaps of Mondrian sort of inspired knits.
Oh yeah, and the whole blocked sweaters.
Yeah. Did that come back in the 80s? Maybe in some of my 80s books?
Yeah, and I would think so. I think it was popular in the 80s again.
Yeah. When in 1983, I was going out with this kid who was kind of like a punk, and he was all neoplasticize the world, and everything was primary colors and all the whole, yeah.
But even with his work, the primary, sometimes he did different shades of blues, but that yellow and that red were pretty constant.
Yellow, and blue, yep.
I love it. So I don't know what inspired Tina to get on board with the Mondrian stuff, the Mondrian stuff. Yes. Oh. So that's what I was going to say. I believe Tina is doing a MAL. So after March, you get April off as far as I'm concerned, because I'm going to be getting some Mondrian kit together, and I want to find some patterns to knit, maybe a sweater or a cow. I've only got the month, I know. And then we sort of get June off, and then isn't July Shark Week? Does that happen in July?
July is Shark, yes, it is.
Yes.
Oh, but in June I'm going to be knitting an orange sweater.
Well, that's June to September, so you have time for that.
September, June, July, August, September. I forgot about August. Okay. Well, so my knitting year's all pegged out. How easy is that, guys? Stripes, Mondrian. I'm doing socks too. Oh, I did get some wool out to do some socks. Hang on, I've got bag after bag after bag in here. I did get some wool to do some socks. Oh, here it is. I got some stripy yarn. These were gifted to me. This was gifted to me. Beautiful yarn. So I've got a mini here. Hippie Penguin Fibers in the colourway Watermelon. So don't mind.
Look how pretty that is. That is so summery. Really pretty.
And I thought the stripes are not big. They're little pieces of colour, but in a baby sock, I really think
that'll be adorable.
Stripes. So I'm going to do some baby socks because Tabitha, is it Cabot Cove? Yes, I always go to call her Murder Knit, but Cabot Cove, Traditha, Knitler and Traditha, I'm going to make some really darling baby socks because I couldn't be bothered making adult socks, but baby socks, absolutely. Yes. I think that will be really cute. But how much will I need for a baby sock? Let me see what does Kate Atherley say? 75 to 125 yards. So not much. And I have some green. I could do cuffs and then or a sock with cuff, heel and toe in green, maybe. They kind of go together. So I've been thinking about Tabitha's little sock knit along as well for the babies.
For the babies.
Everything for the babies. I mean, if you can just use minis or scraps and make something for a baby or a toddler, or even for the mama. The mamas need some love and some extra surprises and treats in their lives. So, so that's what I've pulled out to do some little socks. So I'm going to join Tabitha in knitting baby socks. Tina's
Or baby
going to
mitts.
do baby nets. Sure.
Baby
Mittens.
Baby mitts. The little,
Sorry, baby
no scratch
mitts.
mittens.
Amy did say that. Yes. So thank you, Tina. So Tina's doing the Mondrian Mal or Cal or whatever in May. So I don't even have to come up with any ideas and volunteer to anybody. It's all happening without me. It's awesome. But I think if you're not into Intarsia and you think it's old-fashioned and you haven't tried it, have a go. I even saw Tina did some duplicate stitch, which I'm not a fan of. I really don't like it, and I'm not a fan. And when I saw she had little black lines up her socks, I thought, oh, I'd just get a crochet hook and do little loops because I'm lazy. I don't want to sew anything. And she also said she was mastering mattress stitch, which I've never done. I just don't do it.
Yeah,
I do a running stitch up the back, or I do a crochet link up the back of my seams.
Mattress stitch is good. When you master it, it's so good. It's because it's invisible.
Yeah,
it is.
Pulling that yarn, and it just sucks it right in, and there's nothing.
And so thanks to Tina. Tina really shone brightly in the dark episode where we couldn't see her for 2 hours and 18 minutes. I timed it. It took Tina that long to find the light and display setting on her computer. 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Aww,
I watch
don't
it.
pick on her.
Let me see your beautiful face. You're prettier than Pirate. And our first troll, she whack-a-moled our first troll. I thought it was funny because I'm open to all your opinions.
No, that was the second troll.
Yeah, Amy had the first troll.
Yeah,
well, Amy had the first troll,
right.
But I thought that was interesting that whack-a-mole, because I like everyone's opinions, and I love if someone has an opinion completely different from mine, because I'm either I'm learning or I'm completely mocking you. So it's always fun. But when people get stupid,
Don't be shitty about it.
Fools. Yeah, I don't suffer fools about it. And I'm not playing, So I love that Amy and Tina both sort of stuck up and got rid of trolls while we're having our knitting. Yep. What else? I've got a partial knit. Poor Neil. I didn't do anything for Blocked. I have yet to read Blocked. I need to do that tonight. The last issue that came out. I started my Trump cow on the Jameson, and mine's quite loose, and I think Jennifer did one for Blocked, and hers apparently was tight, but mine's quite loose and lovely. And I can't wait to sort of get it done and wash it so that everything blooms as Jamison does. But all it looks like is bits and bobs at the moment, very ordinary, and I'm quite bored with it. I've done a third. That's a third of the cow.
She's bored with it.
I got bored with it. I did, like 2 hands going at the same time, and I got quite bored with it. So I haven't touched that for a long time. I cast on a jumper, a sweater, that you haven't seen yet. It's just in green mohair. Hang on, let me take the Addy Stitch stoppers off. So it's top down. I wish I had to put it on barber pole now, but where's the back of it there?
I don't show mine on barber pole either.
Okay, so it's just
I like that color.
That's pretty. It looks soft.
It is super soft, but it's mohair and acrylic. So, the acrylic makes it soft. But, people don't like wearing mohair around their neck. So what I did was I put this on the neck, on the inside.
Nice.
And it's just a cheap, feels like polyester. Hang on, I might have a ball band. I'm not sure. Excuse me while you look up my nose. No ball band, sorry. It's just this.
Okay.
It's like cord. It looks like it reminds me of just thread, tapestry threads, but it's shiny. So I've just got that because I thought that feels nicer on your neck, and it does. I've put it. I've got a black shirt on, so probably a really dumb thing to do, but I have put it over my head just to see how it feels. It will drop down with the weight. But you see, it just sort of goes over the T-shirt, and I thought, I don't want sticky bits sticking into me.
No.
Nice colour though, right?
That's fair.
That looks good.
It's pretty.
It's been in my stash for about a decade. I may not have enough for a full sleeve sweater. I don't know. I'm up to ball 3, and I think I've only got about 8 or 9 balls. So when I go to split for the sleeves, I'm not sure if I should add fake sleeves, like, you know, like sweatshirt sleeves, and do like a cream merino or a white merino to go with the white specks in that.
Oh, yeah. Like a baseball.
Or if I just do shorts, I don't know. Or do I
just
full sleeves and then do part of the body in a different colour? I don't know.
You could stripe. You could stripe. You could do the sleeves in green and then stripe the body with another color.
Yeah. I'm really not sure. I just sort of started knitting. I just went, you know, top down, so easy. Knit a few rows, do increases, knit a few rows, do increases. So I just think, yeah, I'll go to split for the sleeves and start the body and see how much yarn I've got left over. Excuse me. So I don't know if I will do a different sleeve, or I think I would prefer to do a different sleeve than a different body, because it's so thick. I would need sort of the same mohair to do the body, or it'll look thin on the bottom.
Right.
So that's one of the knits this month. Well, I've been missing you. Oh, did you see I put on Insta a photo of something else that's got stripes? That's weird. We've all gone for burgundy colours, maroon colours, I noticed. Oh, and I have split for the sleeves. Oh, what a tangle I've got here. It's interesting because I thought I had hashtagged this to the Mayhem cowl, but when I looked to see if anyone's put any photos on for me, I couldn't see anything. So I don't know what's going on with hashtags on Instagram, or how we're going to see everybody's.
They're being jerks.
Well, they can always send a picture to knitnightpodcast@gmail.com and we'll get it.
Or tag one of us, and, you know.
Or tag one of us, yeah.
You know.
Oh, let me see that again, Joe.
Oh, sorry. I was just listening to how can people show me their stripes? What do you think the best way?
Tag your Instagram, @knitfuckery.
Oh, can't they just tag Knit Night Podcast in case they feel
or
like
they can,
they might feel like typing knit fuckery might be a really wrong thing to do on their phone because of Google, and then everything they get will be fuckery. And I don't want to do that to anybody. Some people don't like to say it, or
herself.
Like Carrie Smith won't say it.
Yeah, I know. She says definitely.
I love her. She's a sweetheart. So what if we tag Knit Podcast with your photograph? Then Liz will see it and be able to publish it, won't you? Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I published this and then I never saw it. What do you think of the colours?
That's gorgeous. I love that.
Do you know why I love this? I love this because these rainbow, I don't know, can you see the top one? That's why I chose this burgundy, because it sort of matched it, the reddy. The red colour at the top had hints, just tiny little hints of burgundy, even though it's red and my hair, and it's not cat hair, it's the fluff from the mohair. These beautiful rainbow colours. I'm all about the rainbow today. I got my rainbow coffee cup and the rainbow stripes because, where did I put that? I've got shit everywhere in here. Now I know. My car was so organised. Oh, I'll be right back. Hang on. I want to show you the minis. I'll be right back. Don't mind me. I'm still in the same room. I'm like Amy doing her cooking in the kitchen. Okay. The reason why, stepping over bags of wool, welcome to my world. The reason why I chose these minis was because I also have this beautiful guava coloured wool from Bendigo Woolen Mills. This stuff's been in my stash for years. I have this beautiful guava green. I only have 2 balls of it, but it goes a long way. It's only like equivalent of a 4-ply. It says 5-ply, but it's like a fingering. Yeah, but look how well it goes with that green.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why I wanted to show you these was because actually these minis were a gift from beautiful Liz Clothier, and that's that green. Love it. Look, it's got little speckles of like a bluey green, an aqua green, and the same green as this wool. I was like, wow, made for each other. All these beautiful colours came from Liz. Liz, when you sent these to me, they're from Nikki Slip Colour, Fibre and Thrift, Dye Studio and Repurposing Workshop on Etsy. So thank you. I just wanted to show you. I'm going to use what I've got left. I'm not sure if I'm going to put stripes on the sleeve or the cuff or the bottom of the sweater yet, but I love this.
It just looks so happy, and the color really suits you.
Right, because winter's such a drag, so I like to wear colours. And then I'm going to use the rest of these and put them with this guava to make something amazing for myself as well.
You should.
Because I love all the colours with that. But I have 3 balls of the burgundy, which is heaps. I think it's 500, might be 500, 200 grams, maybe 500 meters, yeah. But I've got plenty to knit this with full sleeves and a full body. But again, I split for the sleeves, and I'm supposed to be doing 12 centimeters. So what's that? Over 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches, and I got bored and I stopped. I got like nearly 2 inches done, not quite, and I got 2 inches done, and I got bored. So I've got to get cracking and be more disciplined. I put it down because I get bored, and now when I pick it up to reknit it, my gauge is going to be a little bit different, which drives me cray-cray. So, yes, I'm knitting all the stripes. I like rainbow stripes at the moment. The hat was cool with its sort of, what did you call it? The colours, just like the Mondrian.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Primary colours. So the hat was cool with its primary colours and a little pitch of purple. This is really cute. So it's all wool, Australian wool, and then Nikki's minis. So see what you can do with a set of minis? Like, it's so colourful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving it.
It's very pretty.
I'm loving it. So I'm looking to do sort of 2 rainbowy sweaters this month. I've got to finish this one. I mean, I'm doing a stripe knit along. I need to finish at least one sweater.
Don't be like me.
Morgan. Well, okay. So I think, is that all my knitting to show off? I'm pretty sure. Oh, that is all my knitting that I have started and finished for the month. But then I pulled this out with some mohair. So I'm hesitant to say, I don't know what I'm going to knit. I really like this bubble gum. It's from the Cola Girl Collective in Adelaide in Australia. So this beautiful colour is called Drover, and it's hang on, camera. It's a brown and then a tan, like a real beige, and then a cream. So there's 3 sort of colours in here.
Looks like ice cream.
Yeah, it does. The vanilla
or something. Yeah,
it's not white. It's definitely like a vanilla. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But then I was thinking of cleaning it up with this mohair, which is a really light colour as well.
Yeah, that'll work.
Mm-hmm. That'll work.
So I still want to see the stripes. I wanted a colour soft enough that I can still see the stripes, but I wanted some fuzz because I was thinking of a Musselburgh. And then I thought, why would I do another Musselburgh? Or maybe
you do have a couple of them.
Well, I do. So I'm kind of wondering, bugger it, I'm going to do a Musselburgh. But I give most of them away. I really don't have many for myself. I've got the one here with chin fibre with the cashmere and wool and the pink. Actually,
you should keep that one.
Yeah, I've kept that one. It's on Tina's head, actually. Tina, did you know you've got a head named after you? Here it is.
We should name everything after Tina.
Yeah. Look, this is Tina.
Aww. Hello, other Tina.
OT.
You need to get that Tina a cat.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
no, what I need is some Tina yarn to make a Tina hat to put on Tina's head.
Yeah.
I love Tina. Yeah, I'm sure I've told you before, I always thought when I have a baby girl, I want to name her Tina. That was always, growing up as a teenager, that was the name for my little girl, Tina. And then when I had the twins, everyone else got involved. So my sister named Charlie Charlotte, and my mum named Millie Amelia. But I love this Ching fibre, and it doesn't have any mohair. It's just Ching fibre and then the grey wool cashmere on the other side. And I just put it on Tina because I figure if I ever get stuck in town and want to look fabulous, Tina section. Tina, you're bald. Look, hang on. Okay. So Tina's always with me, the Tina section. I always. And then I'm like, oh, too bad I didn't have any more babies because I definitely would have put my foot down and had a Tina. But I've got Tina anyway. She's just in the wrong country. There you go. So that's my Musselburgh, probably one of the latest ones I made. I need to make one with fuzz. That's it. We made the decision. So that's what I'll cast on. I think I'm going to church tomorrow, so I might cast that on for church tomorrow, actually. Do you know I've been doing my Bible studies? I've been reading the Bible.
I'm really proud of you.
Good.
I'm really enjoying it. You know what? I did not know. I did not realise the far reach of your phone, because I sort of looking up bits and pieces like what's a cubit, what's the measurement for a cubit for Noah's Ark, and just silly little things like that. Now I can go to sleep with gospel stories, AMSR, is that what you call it, when they have all that background stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know there were stories that you could go to sleep to. I didn't know there were all these movies out there made about different Bible stories. So I have been fully, I've got lots of questions, of course, and I have lots of notes for Neil. Hopefully he will be able to talk me through some stuff if he's found out the answers. But I'm really, really sad that I haven't been available in the last month to get cracking on our Two Dumb Atheists podcast, but definitely think I will get cracking on this Musselburgh so that I can knit that while Neil and I hash out our insecurities and our questions and our translations of the Bible. So I'm really looking forward to getting cracking on Genesis and get through that hopefully by the end of March.
Joe, when you get to the New Testament, I recommend you watch The Chosen.
Oh, I have to watch The Chosen. I have to watch The Passions of Christ. And then I realised, of course, the next movie that Mel Gibson's making is The Resurrection, not Revelations.
That Passion of the Christ, it's a good movie.
Yeah. I want to watch that.
It's hard to watch.
It's very hard to watch.
I've only watched it once.
It kind of breaks you, but it makes you realize a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Oh. Okay.
It's
okay.
hard.
I mean, I had a hard time watching Noah's Ark with Russell Crowe. I thought that was really brutal.
Oh,
so
no, you have no idea.
No. This is
You can watch the 10 Commandments because that one's real good.
I haven't watched that
with Charlton Heston.
Yeah, no. I was going to say, isn't that Mr. Heston?
That one's good.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah,
that one's not too.
It's not. I mean,
that won't break. That won't break you.
Is very good, but it's graphic.
Oh,
which,
okay.
People need to see exactly.
Yeah.
When they talk about the suffering, Jesus' suffering, you don't really grasp it till you watch that. Once you watch that, it becomes much more understandable.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? I cry when I get a paper cut. Imagine having nails hammered into your hand. No, thank you. So, no, I think it's all pretty interesting. Mm-hmm. And what hopefully I'll get to talk to Neil about tomorrow is the geography and the times that this was all written about, because I find that really curious, really. It's going to be an interesting chat with Neil because I haven't spoken to him since I've been absent. I've been working away. I've been working overtime. I've been doing lots of miles in my car traveling. And I thought, no, I really want to knuckle down. I feel bad. I haven't finished Genesis yet. I think we did up to the end of chapter 9. So I want to finish the rest of it and have a chat to him and really hash it out and get through it, hopefully with a bit of an open mind. But I've got lots of questions. So, yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm enjoying it so far. But I didn't realise how much reach my phone had. Yeah, because everything. I've got all these crazy Christian memes that come up, which are hilarious. Lots of stuff mocking the church and religion, and then lots of, like I said, movies, small production houses that have done representations of the Bible stories, and coming up to Easter soon. So, it's full on. I want to get through Genesis and see what comes next. So I'm really curious because I don't really remember from my Sunday school days as a kid. Oh, Joseph's coming up. That'll be interesting, actually.
Coming up. Noah's coming up.
Joseph, Jacob. Yeah.
David
so that'll be
Goliath
really interesting.
Coming up. Lots of stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. So there's stories like that I don't know in the Bible. So that's going to be really good. What am I going to knit on for the rest of today? What are you girls knitting on? I've just yacked for how long? An hour or so, probably?
I am working on
almost an hour.
that same sweater I was working on last time because I haven't redoing the sleeves. I finished the sleeves, but they didn't fit. And then, so
the diagonal
I started them over. Yeah. The rest of the sweater fit, but the sleeves are too tight. It's Boxy Chevrons. Boxy Chevrons by Sosu Knits. The pattern's fine. My gauge was off. But so I started the sleeves again. I think so.
Last year? Did Shelly Roll knit that last year, I think?
I think so. But anyway.
It's got a really clever construction on diagonals, right?
Yeah, the sleeves are diagonals, yeah.
What about
my daughter and I went through my fingering weight yarn again. I'm keeping the same gray, but the purple I was using was a merino single, and it just did not look good.
Singles, yeah.
In the reverse stockinette. So we picked this skein I had of Potions.
Show me.
And then
pretty. That's pretty.
You can see the contrast.
So at the bottom you're going square, aren't you? And did you have a contrast?
I was going to do the square one. She likes the diagonal version better.
Oh, so do I. I was wondering about that.
So I'm going to and it's actually a little easier because there's no short rows. I'm modifying it a bit to make it easier to seam together, because since it's knit on the diagonal, it's really hard to match or seam it because there's not a stitch to go through.
Is it stepped like the old?
Yeah. Well, you're doing SSKs and knit 2 togethers on the end, so I added an extra stitch to kind of make it easier to have something to secure it.
I was going to say, wouldn't you do that in a little bit and add a stitch or two to keep that nice straight edge on the end?
There's one stitch on the end, but it's the way it is. It's like you really can't match or stitch it. So I added an extra stitch this time, and then
so there's 2 stitches you've done. So is one actually
one on each end?
And so have you? Okay, because I don't like the slip stitches to sew. Have you done a slip stitch on each end, or have you actually knit and purl those stitches?
I did a knit and purl on each end, but on the first edge you do knit. You do one knit, slip, knit, and then you go to the marker. You add one, you knit the middle stitch, you add another one, and then when you get to the other edge, it's knit 2 together, and then another knit stitch. So it makes the V.
Yeah.
But I just added an extra stitch on each end, so it gives you more to actually stitch together for the sleeve.
Yeah, for sure. You need some structure to sew together.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm licking my thumb and getting the hair off my neck.
And then I did a little more on my other cardigan that I'm knitting for my pattern. This is in the Tina yarn.
What are you doing?
Oh, I saw the photo of this on Insta. It is gorgeous.
This is I Put a Spell on You, and then the purple is That Ain't Lake Minnetonka, which is
Minnetonka.
Prince yarn. But I love these two colors together.
Love it.
They look
So.
great.
Yes, and
Now I haven't seen. Usually you're in like reds. When I see you in a bright color,
I know.
you're like a red.
I'm trying to get. I know. I'm trying to branch out. Plus, that purple called to me. And I've decided, since of all the crap snark about naming things in other languages and cultural appropriation, from now on, all my patterns are going to be named from my fantasy books I like the most. And that way, there's nobody I'm culturally appropriating for except made up cultures. And considering considering Tolkien and Douglas Adams are both dead, they can't complain.
Oh,
So,
what's the one with Margaret? Is it I Don't Care, Margaret, or something? What
Margaret,
is it?
Yeah, I don't really care, Margaret.
Really care, Margaret.
I don't really care, Margaret. That is
That's the
fantastic.
The color of your lampshade back there.
Oh yeah, let me show you.
Tina did a great job. Well, you've got that as well. Bloody hell, you're the Tina supply store.
I am. This is my blanket with our colors.
I don't really care, Margaret. Oh, that's hilarious.
I haven't really worked on this much recently, but I really love the pink. I love these colors. I love the Knit Night colorway, and I love the pink and the green, and so
nice.
So this yarn is Malabrigo sock and potions. I think it's her Nightshade colorway. I'm not positive. The gray is
sorry. The gray
is pearl, Malabrigo sock and pearl.
Yeah.
And then the purple, I think, is her Nightshade, but I'm not positive because I can't find the label.
Both of you admitted your love for Malabrigo. You both gushed over Malabrigo. Where do you buy it from in the US?
I buy it online from usually Eat Sleep Knit, or mostly from fabulousyarn.com, because she gives you discounts if you buy Malabrigo. She has a deal with them, and you get free shipping.
But
Malabrigo
has it.
A lot of places have it.
Like a lot of the major ones have it, and then your local yarn shop has
I
it.
have a lot of it because when I first started knitting, and I was just doing socks, and I watched a couple podcasts, and they all talked about Malabrigo. So between that Knit Picks, I bought a lot of sock yarn. So that's why I have a lot of it. Yeah, the colors aren't always consistent and they tangle, but they've been better about the tangling recently.
Oh,
I haven't had that much problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't had very much tangling problem recently with them, surprisingly.
Okay. Yeah, my pouch is still going well. My pouch is still going well. I'm still stuffing it with things, but
nice.
Yeah, it's still going well. I might need to upgrade next year to a bigger pouch, but so far it's going well. Now, Tina did. I don't really care, Marg. What else has she done recently? She's done I Don't Really Care. She's done Nitchy Bitter. She did.
Where the Wild Things Are.
Where the Wild Things Are. The Mondri Yarn Kits.
She has her Welsh name that I can't pronounce, but I don't know I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's in Welsh.
Okay.
And let me pull it up on her website.
Yeah, show me, because I haven't had a look today. I've been watching Wednesday Wildcards and just looking on Instagram recently.
Her wildcards are fun.
Oh, they're great.
I could sit and listen to her talk while she tells stories while she dies.
And
I don't.
That's okay. I'll have another look. I had a look a couple of nights ago. I'll have another look. Therese, did you finish your diagonal sweater by Vera Valimaki?
No, I'm almost done. Let me put my little stoppers on. I'm almost done with the body. I am in 1x1 twisted ribbing hell right now. But I only have. I'm almost.
But you're almost done. Oh.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, 3 orange yarns coming too.
And she's got a few going into the shop this weekend.
Wow. Okay.
So let me see where I'm at.
Okay. Different
I'm-
oranges.
Oh, it's so
I'm about
pretty.
to bind off. I've got maybe one more row, and then I'm going to bind off, and then just do the
Really?
sleeves.
Is
They're
that
quarter
close?
length, so it shouldn't be too much longer.
Okay.
That's cool how
okay.
it's pulling.
But this ribbing is just.
I love the cooling.
I do. I like the pulling too.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't know.
Teresa's like, I'm over it. It doesn't matter. You've been knitting it for only a couple. You've only been knitting that for a couple of weeks.
February 9th, I think I started it. So not even a month.
Okay.
It's
A
fingering
month.
weight. So yeah, it's gone pretty quick.
Well, you said you wanted more sweaters to wear in the spring, so
Yeah.
you're going to have another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And what else? So have you been monogamous on that, Therese?
I have.
Or
I did
come on,
cast
not even a pair of socks.
No, I cast on a sock because I
Yeah,
didn't
there we
know. Yeah.
I
Oh,
know
and look.
you.
Oh, Joe Bob, you'll love this.
What,
It's a
darling?
Zauber ball.
Oh, you found a Zauber
I'm
ball
so
in
proud
your
of
I
you.
found
stash?
a Zauber ball in my stash. I actually have
Okay,
two.
that's her new color that she did for Amy, the Welsh one.
Oh, is that for Mardi Gras with the gold?
No, this is just this is purple and yellow and peach, and I don't know. I think it's really pretty. She did it for Amy.
Okay. Nice. And the Mardi Gras Mal's finished too? That finished last week,
Yes.
didn't it?
Yeah. Yep. It did.
Wonder what Morgan's knitting in stripes. Do you remember? I can't remember now.
I think she was doing a cowl of some kind.
Oh, she's not doing the I thought she was looking at the what's it that Tara's doing, the Bright Axis tee. Is she not doing the Bright Axis?
She's going. I think she's going to do that too, but I know she was doing the cowl.
Just
I don't know when she's
mentioning
going to
it.
cast on the.
Just holding her to accountability, that's all. Just mentioning it. So yeah, so Teresa's doing socks as well. Actually, where are my Zauber balls? I think I've brought some with me. I didn't bring all my wool because I've got tubs over there and I've got little mini tubs up here, and I've still got this mountain of tubs in my wool room. I'm pretty sure I've got Zauber balls up there somewhere, but I can't afford to look at them because I've got all the things that I want to knit.
Oh
Maybe
wow,
so.
the sea glass. That one was on my list too.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
on my list.
Yeah.
Tara started her Bright Access tee, and she's of course got those gorgeous socks she's making.
I'm worried about the sea glass, how many ends I'm going to have to knit in,
Well,
weave in.
they have,
because I will sew them.
Yeah, that's the only thing stopping me on that one. Is just I know there's supposedly some technique, but I don't know.
Oh, I can't with the Weave and Stevens thing, and even to some people knit it along and knit 2 yarns for 3 or 4 stitches and then drop the old one and continue with the new one. You're going to have these little bobble. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worth that or weaving in behind. Probably both the same, wouldn't they?
I like weaving in. I tend to be more about weaving in because I like to use a sharp needle and break the threads when I'm weaving it in, so that when you block it gets all absorbed into the other stitches, and then you don't have to worry about it.
And see, I don't like to do that in case I want to frog it, in case I'm not happy with it or it comes out and I want to frog it.
I don't do that until after I block it, though. So then I weave them in. And then I'll steam it. But
okay.
Sometimes, except on hats. Hats, I just weave them in automatically when I finish.
So, Therese, what are you knitting with the Zauber ball? Got a sock pattern in mind or something else?
It might just be vanilla socks. I found 2 Zauber balls. One is this color, which I like better. The other one is just pink and green and white. So very preppy colors.
You fold over in an I-cord thing. She didn't like cutting yarn each row.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like people who braid them as well on the insides. Wow. So, what else is happening in the world of knitting?
People are complaining about people complaining.
Names of,
Basically.
oh, test knitting, names of things. How's
Chart.
I was looking at my Lin yarn too, which is not here because I've got special yarn in tubs at home. How's Linny going with our Chicken Lady yarns? I haven't seen her stuff for a while, and I haven't looked at her podcast for a while. Have you talked to her recently?
Yeah, she has some orange yarns.
Oh,
some
she's
Trump
doing oranges
inspired.
as well?
She's got a couple other new yarns too. But she's got some Trump inspired orange yarns.
She went to the retreat. Did Lynn went to the knitting retreat, didn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing some photos, and I think she was there. Okay, because I haven't. Usually, I get notifications up. Oh, I got notifications up the other day. It was somebody who I'd never seen before, called Maggie, in the US. She was in Oregon, and I was watching her podcast. I watched a few episodes, and now, do you think I can remember the name of it? I think it was Knit Chat, or no, Grab a Cuppa Knit Chat, or something like that. I was watching a podcast with Maggie. I think she might be Grab a Cuppa Knit, or Grab a Cuppa Knit Chat, something like that. Anyway, lovely Maggie. And I think she does her podcast on her own, and I was thinking, oh, it'd be like me just sitting here talking to myself. A bit strange. But I think it's pretty brave to go on and just do your own podcast by yourself.
I agree, because I admire people who can do that. Yeah.
So what other podcasts have you been watching? I missed the Grocery Girls this week. I haven't watched the Supermarket Sisters this week.
I've been watching Mama Nevin and Shauna Stitches and Annie. Stitch in the Sky.
See, Annie's
Joan
got a new
has
cat.
I know. Joan has me wanting to make a mitered square blanket, but
right.
I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, she's been big on that. And I actually spoke to a girlfriend who works in a yarn store, and she sent me an email with her own special little mitered square recipe. So I have to print that out so I can follow that. Yeah, and so mitered squares are in fashion again.
They seem to be.
Orange, all the oranges. I can't imagine what I'm going to make, but a sweater would be awesome. That'd be a nice ambition for orange. So I do have an orange. You know what? I have an orange jacket that I bought. Like, it's kind of like a copy of a denim jacket, that sort of style. I've never worn it in public. Try it on at home and go, yeah, I love this, but it's bright. It's bright orange. Never worn it. I bought it because I love it, but never worn it. I think this winter's the time that I'm going to wear orange then and knit all the orange things.
There you go.
Like a big mama hat.
Take orange back. Yeah, I mean, the craft snarkers, it's like they have to make up something to be mad about to give them their life meaning. Like, I don't know. Just, if you don't like what somebody's doing, just move on. Don't buy their patterns. Don't pay attention to their whatever. Like, I don't understand why they have to ride or die on certain things that don't affect them and make them affect them. You know, some of them are mad that people in the community aren't, protesting the country, and then, but it's funny now because a lot of them say, well, knitting's my peace and quiet and my mental health.
Yeah, right.
When people said that a few years ago, they were called out for that.
Including yarn shop owners and designers.
Oh, did you see, speaking of designers, you did see Nathan's new shawl, right? I commented on it.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's stunning.
Hampton Court is so pretty.
Stunning. He is so clever. Hampton Court, that's it. That's the name of it. Very posh. Hampton Court. Very, very nice.
It is.
Beautiful.
His patterns are amazing.
Yeah.
So who's in chat today, Liz? Who's with a
lot of people.
Angel? Oh, okay.
And Tara's there, and Mama Nevin, and Tina, and Cheryl was.
Tara's doing the Bright Access tea, right?
Yep. And she's doing lovely greens.
I was going to
She's really
say, that was the next thing I was going to say. I bet you it's in greens. I bet you it's in
Green
some
and
beautiful
brown.
greens.
Yeah.
She
That's her
picks the
color.
best colours. Wow.
And actually, that reminds me, one of the designers that I follow came out with a new pattern today too. That's really gorgeous shawl that I know a lot of people are going to like it. It's a one color
Ooh.
worsted weight. It's all textured.
Oh,
it's a half pie shawl. It's inspired
Yeah.
by Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
It's common thread fiber. The common thread fiber.
Yeah.
But it's all textured, and it's really pretty. The tree herder, she calls it. And the next thing I want to cast on, Joe, is
what?
I'll show you.
I need ideas.
It's another Sosu Nets. It's the hoodie shawl cardigan, which is like that. You start the top like a shawl, and you knit the hood down like a shawl, and then you make it into a cardigan.
Oh yeah, it looks like a wrap. Is that just a rectangular wrap?
But it's actually got sleeves and everything. But I'm going to do it in two colors. Not these colors, but like that, with just two colors.
Oh, okay.
Not those colors, but just
no, but yeah,
instead of the three. Because you start knitting it as a shawl, and then you get so far, and then you pick up for the sweater part.
Different construction.
It's a different construction.
Yeah,
and I thought it'd be fun to have something with a hood.
Very nice.
That's what I'm going to cast. And it's striped, so it counts for your knit along.
So you're going to cast it soon?
Yeah, as soon as, and I want to get this, at least the sleeves connected and the body started before I cast on anything else.
Okay, so yeah, no, to be sure, like you don't have to finish your stripes. I'm just looking for inspiration. You can have already started it, you can be finishing, lingering whip. I just want to see all the stripes and get some ideas, because I stupidly bought 10 skeins of self-striping yarn, plus I have all the little individual ones. Some where I have two of, like I bought two of the same self-striping yarn, thinking, oh, they'll be sleeves. I'll just do one on each side and not have to measure my yarn. And I've never knit anything with them. They're just sitting here.
Tara, I thought your bright axis was green. Is it not green?
Oh, is it not green?
I thought it was green.
Oh.
I thought it was green. I'm going to have to go.
Is it self-striping, or is she doing her own stripes?
I'm curious. I don't know. It's bottom up, so she was working on the bottom when she showed us. So.
Oh, why is it bottom up? Why can you not do the top bit and then add the body to it and go in the round down? I don't understand.
You probably could. You probably could, but.
Let me see. I haven't actually read the pattern, just, had the book. So funny finding that book. Remember, I couldn't find the book last month? It was in an envelope with the Barumi book that I was showing you all, that I've never knit from. So I don't understand why it starts at the bottom. What, and then you pick up the colours and go across the top. Where is it? Where is it? Bright axis.
Her bright axis is super neutral. I'm using mustache. Oh, okay. Got it.
Oh,
she's using the mustache self-striping over the top. Look, Joe, here's a Caitlin Hunter pattern that's striped.
Yeah, but look at the neckline.
Color work.
The girl's got a pinhead. Just skinny little necks for, people with no brains. You need space in your skull for brains, and I've got plenty of space. So that's okay. So that's bottom up, and then you go sideways and add to the cast off, I guess, or is it sewn?
Yeah, there's probably some short rows. So the bottom is brown and the self-striping is Mustache's Badlands colorway. Okay. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was a greenish brown when you showed it.
Oh, yeah. So it's on there's short rows in the front to make the chesticles sort of size, which is cool, actually. It's pretty cool construction. starting at the body, then going up to the back yoke border, and then the front yoke and front yoke border. Okay, and sleeve cuffs. Gotcha. One day I might actually follow a pattern from A to Z.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I should do that. I can't. How much?
This is the
yarn do you
Badlands.
think?
That's the Badlands colorway.
Oh, all that yellow. Not a fan of yellow. Actually, saying that, I've got some yellow grey yarn I want to knit up.
Yeah.
In my stash.
You
I
knit
saw
the
this
bottom.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom up. Okay, well, I will have a look at that again. I saw a really cool pattern. It's older, and it's in a book. What book is it in? It's in Creative Knitting, Australians' favourite knitting and felting magazine. Yeah, no, not really. I don't know how long that magazine was out for. This is 2009. There is a pattern here by Taki Yarns, designed by Irina Poludnenko. Let me just butcher your name, Irina. I like this because this looks like it could be like a one-size-fits-all sort of. Where does it say the beginning of it? Oh, I've got mohair all over me. Skill level beginner, 5mm knitting needles. What size is that? 8 or something? It's like a dolman sleeved, just throw-on vest. Oh, it's in 3 sizes: small to medium, large, extra large, and then 2 extra large. I'm going to make this, I've decided. How do I show it to you without showing you the pattern? Like this, maybe? I like that. That's just to throw
That's
on.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty. What are you gonna make it out of?
Well, I was thinking, you know what? Isn't that weird? Like, I don't even know the yarn that she used. Alpaca, merino, and silk. Taki Yarns Rio. I don't even know what ply it is. But if they're using a 5mm needle, it's heavy worsted or Aran, or it's just really drapey. It's got texture and some shawl collar sort of ribbing. I'm thinking I've got like a yellow, grey, maybe something yarn. I'll be right back. I'm just thinking of doing something airy with a bit of mohairish sort of, that you could just throw it on over a long sleeve t-shirt.
Didn't she just say she didn't like yellow?
Yeah.
I don't like yellow, but I've got the yellow.
Just checking.
What is happening?
Please ignore the noises. Hopefully, she's not falling down somewhere.
Right.
No,
Or in a fight with some animal.
That would be more likely.
Yeah. He's in a fight with a kangaroo.
Yeah, it just popped in her studio.
This sounds like a skirmish.
Hope Joe wins.
She's humming, so she seems to be okay.
That is a good sign. If it was in her car, she would have found it already.
No kidding.
Yeah, right. This is awful. I've got tubs and tubs of wool. But like I said, I didn't bring them all, so what's in that bag?
You should label
Also,
them, possibly.
I'm just glad Joe has her new place, so she doesn't have to sit out in the cold in her car.
Right?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Or in the heat. She doesn't have to worry about parking in the shade in the summer.
And having weirdos come at her.
Yeah. Yeah, of course she won't get to see the dogs, but
the phone reception seems to be holding up too, which is great.
So Therese, what are you casting on when you're done with that?
I don't know. I kind of, while I'm sitting here doing the ribbing, I'm thinking about what my next thing is going to be. And I kind of want a palette cleanser, like something crochet. But then I'm like, well, what do I want? I need stuff for summer. Maybe I want to do a t-shirt. The thing is, do I want to do another fingering weight right away? Because I'm not going to do a t-shirt for summer in anything other than fingering weight. Maybe sport, but I don't know.
I would do it right away and get it done, because otherwise,
Yeah.
if you start, if you don't, you've got your mojo, your sweater knitting mojo going right now.
Oh, I do. Oh, for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. If you want another tee, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's sweaters for winter that I want, but I don't want to knit them right now because I can't wear them until, October,
right.
November.
But if you knit another t-shirt now, they'll be done before it gets hot enough for you to wear them.
Yeah, and this will be
you'll have them ready to go.
Proper t-shirt, short sleeve, summertime.
Yeah. Cheryl's light summer tee is a great pattern. Tara says.
Cheryl's light summer tee is great. Okay, I will look into that. I'll look and see if I have it. I don't have it. I don't know.
No, it must be in a tub in my wool room. But look what I did find. All this hand spun penguino wool. Look, whole bloody tub of it. Look.
It's not like you're actually going to make the penguino.
You're not making the penguino.
I know, but I've got all this hand spun yarn
Just
that
get
I
the wool
haven't
for
used yet. Yeah, I know, but it's all different colours. There's cream and beige and someday we will. Okay, someday we will. But there's a whole tub of this crap here. Who
I really
wants
want one. I really want one, and I want one in hand spun. I just
you just want someone else to knit it.
Yeah.
You just want to spin the yarn and have someone else knit it is what you want.
Absolutely. I need an assistant.
An assistant?
Mm-hmm.
Bloody hell. You're hopeless. I wonder where I put it. I had a whole tub of it. I think it's still in my wool room, this yellow yarn that I don't like, that I want to knit something nice with.
Black and gold? That's nice of you.
No, sorry, not my colours. Especially after my team won the Super Bowl this year. Just saying.
Sorry.
Just saying.
I was rooting for your team, actually.
I was too, because I was more I was less rooting for her team and more rooting against the other team. That way. Yeah. Sorry, Pirate.
Not sorry.
But you know how it is.
Not sorry.
Not sorry. Not sorry. All right. Oh, I thought the comment was before the game that, you couldn't support my team.
I wasn't supporting your team. I was unsupporting the other team.
Yeah, kind of that. Sorry, Joe Bob.
Not sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I know my
hockey team. My hockey team's leading their division. I'm very excited. We have a good hockey team.
Oh yeah, you love that hockey. Most of the off season, don't you?
Unlike most of our other pro teams here in Vegas that have not done very well.
Yeah, you guys. What are you doing?
And now we're getting another Oakland team because Oakland keeps sending us their pro sports.
You're not
teams.
even allowed to call them. Yeah, you just have to call them the A's. You can't call them the Oakland A's anymore.
No.
I don't care. I still call them the Indians and the Redskins.
I agree, because that was their names.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to have to bring
more the Braves and the Chiefs. You can be the Indians. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the yellow, fluffy mohair, whatever. Look at my knitting needles. These are huge.
Wow.
Good Lord. Those look like vampire steaks.
I'm going to knit. I think I'm just going to knit a scarf on those, a stripy scarf.
That'd be fun.
In big chunky stuff.
And if necessary, she can take out a vampire.
Yeah.
So they're multifunctional.
Yes.
That's what I need to get the cat off me in the morning. Like that. Chase him away. He's a bugger. He's such a vampire. I've never had a cat who wants to suck on me all the time. Weirdo. Poor Kevin. They took him off his mum too young, so now I'm his mum. I've got some mixes and scraps of different yarn. Annie Blatt. God, how old is that? Does Annie Blatt still make yarn, guys?
I don't know. That's old.
Very old. Annie Blatt.
It's vintage,
Victoria.
Joe.
Oh, like a lot of my wool that I pick up. So I just pick up odd balls because they're different, and I'm just going to knit a big giant scarf with it all, mix it all up together, put it on fat needles and make a chunky scarf. So I've got 2 strands. This one's like a ribbon one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And now I don't have to worry about losing it in my car, so I can just toss it in a Joanne bag. Oh, what's happening with Joanne? All of them are closing. I sort of got excited thinking we're going to stay open. Well, I've got a Joanne
looks like they're
bag.
all closing.
Vintage knit happens.
Wow.
Throw them in there and do multiple strands and knit a scarf. Also, I have some merino somewhere on a cone. Let's find that. Where would I have that? Down here. Actually, I might use. Oh, look what I found! My art yarn, my spinning.
Oh yeah, the ones that you whacked on the side of your house.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, I don't know what that was doing.
I can't wait till you get your. I can't wait till you get your e-spinner.
Oh,
and then you can go to town.
I don't want to think about it yet because I'm sure I need to get a battery pack and all that sort of thing for it, and a transponder because your power is different from our power. I have a transponder for my old Scentsy warmer, wax warmer, whatever you call them. And I've got a cone of black wool. I pick up bits and pieces and then they just sit in my stash for 100 years. So what I'll do is put those 3 strands all together and start a scarf. Okay, let's go. Nice and easy. Leave a fringe, part of the fringe, and use these big chunkies.
Nice.
And away we go. Okay. So, yeah, so plans, what were the plans again? I know Therese is going to, Therese, after this pair of socks and this sweater, what are you going to make next?
Hold on. I dropped a bunch of stitches. Oh, my God.
We were just talking about that. She's thinking about doing another T-shirt, another summer shirt.
Oh, a T-shirt, like a proper T-shirt, short sleeves, cotton.
Oh, okay.
Cotton or linen would be good.
Yeah, I have some.
I keep forgetting you're going to come into summer soon, and I'm going to freeze my buttocks off.
I'm saying bad words. Hold on. How did I drop a stitch in between 2 stitches that are not dropped? How did that even happen?
I hate that.
How did I
drop? And then the dilemma, do you just pick it up and squish it all in together, or do you frog it so that it's nice, even?
No, I just pick them all up because I am magical. Anyway.
Really? You're awesome.
And she's stubborn. She's not going to let them defeat her. She's stubborn.
Hell no.
I love making mixed media scarves, like just throw all different things in, different weights. I have a tub of just mixed, I have a tub. I have tubs, plural, of just, like 2 and 3 balls of wool, all different kinds, ribbon yarn, acrylic mix yarn, fat chunky merino, roving sort of yarns, and I love to put them together and make these scarves.
You need to
and sell them at the markets. People love these because they're also,
well, yeah, because they think they're very, high end and they're custom.
What?
Well, they're just garter stitch, and they're just, you know how long I make them? As long as many stitches I can fit on this. Yeah, that's how long they're made to. So there's no recipe. It's just 1, 2, 3,
I
It's
have some
just
of those
putting
big
them all
ones. They're
together.
hilarious.
They're good.
They're hard to
These
use.
are my longest chunky ones, though. I think they're an inch. I think they're 25, oh, bigger than an inch, 25 mil maybe. What's an inch? 22 something.
23, I thought was an inch or close to it.
23 or 22 something. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm American, so I don't know these things.
Oh, I have to say, speaking of Americans, I was almost forgot to say, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Donald Trump, and I'll tell you why.
Me too.
He hates paper straws too.
Who doesn't? Oh my God, they're the worst.
They're gross.
Yeah, but he needs to do something about it. Because my stash of black market plastic thick shake straws, you know, every time I go to Macca's and get myself a thick shake, by the way, I don't know how much your thick shakes are, but our large thick shakes, which are not large, for a Biscoff coffee frappe or just a whatever. If you get a caramel, vanilla, whatever, chocolate milkshake, it's $6 something, like $6.35 or something ridiculous like that. $6.30
for a milkshake.
Yeah, but because the new flavour out is Biscoff coffee frappe,
Yeah, the
my
cookie butter.
favourite. $7.30 and $7.40 for a milkshake, a thick shake. Give me a break. Doesn't stop.
Do they
me,
wrap?
but, you know,
Do your
nothing
paper
gold
straws
leaf.
come wrapped in plastic?
Mm-hmm.
No, paper straws come wrapped in paper and they're shit, and I hate them. And you know what I do? I pull up down the road from Macca's and I go into the boot of my car, my back office, and I get one of my black market plastic ones out.
A large shake at
Needs to change it.
Sonic is $4.59.
$4.59 for a large shake, and I bet your large is actually large.
Yeah,
not like ours.
Sonic's is very large. Yeah.
Oh, get ripped off, tell you.
Yep.
It was interesting. I was listening to a podcast, and this American guy was talking about Australian things, how we're different here, and he was saying, "Oh, you know, your wages there are like." For example, average wage might be 50,000 over there or 30,000 over there, but over here in Australia, it's much more. And I'm like, dude, your dollar is worth nearly double. That's why our wages are just that little bit higher, but our expenses are all double from US
People don't
prices.
think of that.
No, he was like, oh, your wages are so high. Yeah, well, so's our food, our cars, our petrol, all the things in comparison to you guys is really high. But, you know, if I find some beef bacon, I'm prepared to pay whatever it costs. I've never seen it. Never heard of such a thing. Ever.
Well, Joe, you're living on an island, so of course everything's more expensive. You have to import so much stuff.
I wonder what is going to happen with your tariffs for Australia, for my little country, because, you know, my prime minister's a total dickwad and probably not a fan of Mr. Trump, so he will get tariffed to whatever. But I'm just wondering what American imports we actually have here, and I can't off the top of my head, because everything's from China, think of what they could be. What products we get here from the US of A.
Tara's had beef bacon.
Oh,
said it was good.
Oh, I bet it was. I mean, like I said, I'm a super fan of pastrami. Like, I went to one supermarket the other morning before work, rush, duck in, grab the bread rolls, always have Hellmann's mayonnaise, no other brand, and I grabbed the Swiss cheese and pastrami, and this freaking supermarket had no pastrami in the deli section. So I had to hightail it out of there and race round the block in my little car, doing the speed limit, of course, just to grab some pastrami. And I got to work like minutes late, and I felt every minute glancing over at me as I walked in the door. Every minute of shame for being late to work. But I had to have pastrami. I was not going to have double smoked English ham. I was not. So it was kind of tough. but I figured being late to work was worth having a nice lunch.
I eat my
You work
pastrami
hard.
with mustard.
You have yours with mustard?
Mhm.
Pastrami?
Brown mustard.
Uh-huh.
Yep, with brown
But
mustard.
yeah, I'm going to say, which mustard do you use, though? Because like that yellow hot dog mustard ain't going to cut it. I've got American mustard. But I would have to get like real mustard, the little seeds, mustard seeds, I think.
Yeah.
That's in the
The
brown
brown
mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real stuff. Is that what you get, or is it yours like a paste?
No, it's
I mean, you
real
can
seed.
buy mustard and you can buy mustard paste and make your own, but we just buy the pre-made usually.
No.
Yeah, just mustard seeds, the stuff that gets stuck in my teeth.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, yum. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I always just put Hellmann's on it. They know when I'm having lunch because I like stand at the kitchen counter and go with my Hellmann's to make sure it comes out the frickin' spout. So I always bang away on the kitchen sink at it to get my good-sized bowl. So this is nice. I like being in my little studio talking to you girls. Don't have to restrict it to daylight hours because I have electricity.
So
sorry?
What kind of scarf are you doing? Are you just going to do as many stitches will fit and then just as long as till you run out of yarn, or how do you do that?
I will do as many stitches will fit, which is usually about 150 odd, and then that means it's going to be over.
Okay, so you're knitting them lengthwise instead of.
You're
knitting it widthwise. You're doing widthwise.
Yeah, I mean, I have got short, stubby plastic. I've got plastic needles in this size, short, stubby, crafty ones, but I don't like them. I like the wooden ones. I like to bang the wooden ones together. So I'm going to go as long as I can. It's a stripes long ways. Stripes up and down.
That makes okay.
Okay,
that makes more sense because
more flattering for fat people. Yeah, I think.
Yep.
For fat size, if you have up and down stripes around your neck or it's around your neck but up and down instead of having horizontal
There's
stripes.
Joe's making size inclusive, size flattering scarves.
Very inclusive. Yes.
For fat people,
No, they're not fat. They're calorically challenged. Come on, Joe.
What are we challenged?
Yes,
calorically challenged.
Yes, because I eat too much food.
Oh, speaking of which, I've got my chocolate fudge brownie here that I made my husband go over to the shop next door and get for me, so I better eat some because he's probably outside the door going.
We were talking about the right way to say fat people.
Well, back in our day. Oh,
back in its day.
The Gen X day.
I'm sure I've told you the stories, but if someone's new here, they may not know that, oh, God, this chocolate brownie is hard as a rock. They may not know that when I was a kid, my uncle had a golden retriever and her name was Fatso, and he used to run around the show ring going, come on, Fatso, good girl, Fatso, let's go, Fatso. And it's always been a bit of a thing with me that if you're skinny, scrawny, you can still be called Fatso. I wonder how I'm going to go with chocolate brownie. I was expecting it to be soft and chewy in the middle, but it's like a rock cake.
That's sad.
Let's see, where is it made? I'll just shame the brand. Baked Provisions. Bakery Fresh Premium Taste. Oh.
Really?
Are you ready for this? This is not what it is, but anyway. A moist, intense chocolatey brownie with a fine sugar dusting. I thought that word was banned.
Here's the thing somebody sent me. It's if you ask someone if you're fat, the boomer response is you could lose a few pounds. Millennials would be like, oh no, you're beautiful. Gen Z is we don't body shame, of course. And Gen X is I know 5 fat people and you're 4 of them.
Ouch.
Because Gen X doesn't care.
Fat God.
Mama Nevin says microwave your brownie for 15 seconds.
Mama Nevin, yes. I have to buy a microwave for the shop. I only just got a kettle this morning. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Maybe 10, 15 seconds in a microwave. Mama Nevin, you're a girl after my own heart.
Get yourself some ice cream for it too.
Oh, it looks like Halloween Angel, your package is delivered in DC. That's awesome. I just saw the post.
So the Secret Service have it at this point.
That's right.
Did I hear a whisper that there's like secret nets going on for Neil at the moment too? Any of you ladies involved in any of that shenanigans?
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Neil and secrets? What are you talking about?
Oh, right. Okay. No, I thought there was a comment made that someone was knitting something, or maybe it was one of the other ladies. Maybe it was Caro.
Well, there's times when we're knitting things for the magazine that we don't always talk about.
There's always stuff going on.
Oh, yeah, you didn't put a pattern in this issue, but you're going to for next issue. I remember that was
yeah, because I put an article in this issue.
I got to write my article.
Since I promised Neil I'd write an article months ago, I finally did it.
Yeah, I got one. I got it. Yeah.
Now he wants another one.
Well, no, you don't owe him. You owe all of us. You owe all of us the goss. Write an article. I can't believe I found my art yarn. I'm pretty impressed. All these things.
I'm excited for you.
Next month, you might even see the yellow yarn. If I could find the yellow grey, yellow green, yellow grey. I think it's yellow grey that I'll knit that cardigan vest from Irina Polodnenko. There you go. Tara would be able to tell me how to pronounce it.
Are you going to do a review of the pattern?
That's a great idea. I didn't consider that. I mean, I bought the book, so it's a page pattern. What a great idea. Thanks, Liz. It's on 5mm needles, so it shouldn't take me too long. And it's out of a magazine from 2009 that probably isn't published anymore because it's not really Australia's favourite knitting. And I think this marketing bullshit where people just lie to you. You know, the world's favourite. I'm like, by whose standards? I'm really sick of false advertising.
I was on my Libby app today looking at knitting magazines, and I actually saved a pattern from what claimed to be Australia's premier #1 knitting magazine, and I was like, really? Is that true? And I'm like, I bet it's
probably
not. I bet it's
what magazine?
Yeah, what's it called? Not Handspun, I hope, because that's crap.
Let me find it. Because I saved. Oh, it's on my. Oh, here it is. Creative Knitting.
This one. Creative Knitting. That's this magazine. Get out of here.
I saved a T-shirt. Oh, see if you can see it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, it's from the library, so it's probably an older issue.
I saved a T-shirt pattern.
Liz, can you Google Creative Knitting and see if Australia's favourite knitting and felting magazine is still being published, please?
I don't know. Let me look.
Let's find out from Simon and the team at Australia's Creative Knitting.
This said that it was Australia's favourite.
No, it's not currently being published in print form. It ceased publication some time ago.
Yeah.
Last issues are spring 2019.
Oh, it lasted 10 years after I... Okay, well, I have a few of these, and this one I pick up at charity.
Evidently, it was not Australia's favorite.
Apparently not.
No. It sold in 2009 for $9.99 at the news agency at the bookstore, but, you know, I got it for a whole $1 at the thrift store. And I have a few of them. That's why I know, someone had to die or decided there was nothing in it to knit worth knitting for me to get it at the thrift store. But, one pattern out of a whole magazine isn't bad. And it ends up being in a Taki Yarns pattern anyway.
Yeah.
So there you
well,
go.
this one, it's just a cute little T-shirt. The problem I have, and this is probably why they're out of business, they don't give you a whole lot of, like, it says what yarn you need. Yarn. 4, 5, 6, 7 skeins of Noro Tako Natsu in shade 6. Okay, well, why don't you tell me, like, how many yards I need? Now I have to go research how many yards are in the Noro Tako Natsu.
Yes.
Then I have
Welcome to my world.
It's too much.
Look up yarn substitute. But no, that's what I end up doing, Googling what the weight of the yarn is and what sort of composition the yarn is, and then going with something completely different anyway.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm not going to buy Noro for... Yeah.
How often do we actually knit something with the yarn called for?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I don't have usually I don't have yarn because I'm trying to go from a stash now.
That's the article that I have to write for Blocked is about how I tried to get around not using the recommended yarn.
So do you Google that yarn substitution? Do you look up that yarn substitution website?
Mm-hmm. I do. I also go on Ravelry and see what other people have done, and
or I just wing it with the yardage.
Yeah.
I see what kind of yardage in the skein that is, and it kind of in the weight of the skein, and it kind of gives you an idea. But you have to also
take into consideration the drape.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know. But if they're using just like fingering, then I'll just okay, I've got a fingering with the same yardage, so it's probably similar enough that because knitting's part of the joy of knitting is the surprise you get when you knit something because you picked the wrong yarn.
And I'm surprised that it fits. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, by the way, I did try my breathing space on, and I don't need surgery because it does fit, so that's good.
Yay! Good job.
No liposuction?
Nope.
Yay!
Not for the sweater, anyway. I mean,
now you know what your gauge is for that size yarn. So the next time you need to do something with a similar gauge and you're using similar yarn, you don't have to worry about gauge swatching.
Yeah, but that similar yarn was, they're two very different yarns. So I don't know, whatever.
Well done. That's awesome.
Good job. Now you need to knit another one of something else.
No, I need to finish this one and recover from it.
But you're almost done, you said.
I'm almost done. I have a couple more rows and then bind off and then do the sleeves. But they're 3/4 length sleeves, so that's not too bad.
You can make them short if you want.
No, I'm going to do 3/4 length because I want it to be like a
season changing.
Yeah, spring and fall. I can't imagine wearing this in the summer. Not summer's here.
No.
Too much humidity.
I don't know how many stitches I've got. Over 100.
You didn't count.
No, I don't.
She just wings it. I love the fact that she just wings it because it makes each one totally unique.
Just make sure you have like an even number. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know how many I've got on there. I'm not going to count them.
It's just garter stitch.
Yeah, it's just
well, if it's garter, then don't worry about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but after the cast on, it gets a bit, wicked when everything plumps up. Like, the cast on's not as stretchy as is filling
that first,
all the
that first row is a bitch.
Is a mother effer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the first row of anything.
I just like them to be nice and long, and I just go as wide as I feel like until I run out of different yarns that I can put together. But then it's always nice to put a pop of colour in with different colours too, like do all different shades of blue and pop a stripe of orange or pink in there. So it uses
you could pop it in the fringe. You could pop color in the fringe too.
Yeah, I haven't done that before. That's a good idea. Okay, I'll start now. I think I've got enough stitches on to make something of a decent length.
See, I would find needles that big incredibly awkward to use.
Oh, actually, it'd be better if I didn't put it in front of my face, so easier on my shoulders.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to knit up a scarf in a hurry, this is an easy thing to do over one night or 2 nights. Fringing probably takes longer than the damn scarf because you've got to cut them out. I always cut them out on top of a hardcover book on my lap. I find a big art book usually and just give them to the length of that and chop them up into a million pieces. Yep. And then hope I've got enough to do fringing.
I hate doing fringes, but it's so the end result is so good.
I'd rather do fringes than the little tassels where you got the tiny little pieces of yarn.
I'd
rather do a fringe. I've done them, but they're not fun.
And I prefer all of it before picot edges or bobbles. Ugh.
Oh yeah, bobbles. Well, I did watch a video with somebody doing bobbles. They were knitting, and then they would use a crochet hook to do the bobble.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. They just pick up the crochet hook and make the bobble, and then keep knitting.
Okay.
Oh, I heard you two are both going to learn how to do brioche this year.
Yes,
we are. It's our year. It's our year of brioche once we get to it.
Allegedly.
Once you get to it.
Well, because there's all these knit-alongs, and then you want to do something to support everybody, and then kind of limits what you're doing because you're trying to pick something on theme and support your friends.
And we're
maybe there's brioche baby mittens.
Shark Week. No. Unless it's like a coaster or something.
I want to do some illusion knitting because I've seen some of the shawls that have the patterns, and they look so cool.
That foxtail one. Whose podcast was that I watched and she had the foxtail? An English lady, I think. Possibly. So brioche knitting. What would you make? Do you know what you would make that's so nice and squishy? Like, what do you think?
Some of the Stephen West shawls have brioche sections, and I think that I could start with something like that and not do the garter version like I do every other time.
The one that I'm going to do, it's a shawl. I bought the pattern years ago from the Knitting X-Pack, and it's called X-Pack, and it's called, and I can't say it, it's in French, but it's called the Squishy Shawl. And it's
really?
Yeah. And that's the one that I've had in my library for years. I've got the yarn sitting there in a bag. I just have to do it.
That was my next question. Have you got the yarn already chosen?
I've got the yarn. It's in a bag. It's all ready to go.
So, that'll be interesting then when you think you might have time to do a brioche project.
In the fall.
I was just going to say, would you do it in October? But October's always knit-alongs like Mr. West and Hohe. October's usually a busy
but we don't do those anymore because we don't.
No.
We don't do those. So
I learned my lesson from the
swastika.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I learned it from the Twist and Turns because I never finished that one because I did not like that one.
The one with the little wings and the flaps.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I've recycled the yarn into other things.
Yeah, I love the braided part.
Yeah, I would do a whole shawl like that.
Yeah,
I know.
But those little wings and those little bottom, no.
You know which one I would like to knit again? Surprisingly, is the shawlography, and totally different colors though.
Now, see, I like Vertices Unite, and I would do that again.
Vertices Unite for me.
I know. I would like to knit another one of those in different colors. I would like, but Trace, we have to knit the big size.
I want to do canal ring.
Definitely. The big size is really nice. And that's my favorite of all time shawls that I've made. Probably just because the yarn choice was so nice, and that was.
I guess a lot of the knitters, are knitting it in solidarity of how bad the world is or something now.
What?
on Craftsnark I saw, or somebody mentioned somewhere that a bunch of the knitters are knitting Vertices Unite to show how they're supporting, Ukraine and everything else.
So
I
you're
guess.
uniting with everybody? No, you're not.
Oh, okay.
But they're the ones who had a problem with the Unity cow, remember?
Oh, yeah, I got a problem with everything. Ugh.
I was wondering, how do you feel about all the bonnets that have been made? All the sort of shawly, what do you call them, like hooded bonnets or hooded scarves?
They're a big thing right now.
But there's so many versions. You can get free ones. I mean, if you look back on Rav, same with the sort of Sophie scarf phenomenon. If you look back on Rav at hooded bonnets, there's heaps of them. There's heaps of them from years ago.
Well, there's a hooded Sophie scarf, isn't there?
Yeah, probably. I've been seeing a lot of them. I was just wondering, like, as soon as one person had some sort of success. Oh, Vertices Unite in shade orange.
Or you could get yarn from all the dyers we know who are going to dye orange and use all the different shades to knit it.
Oh, that would be cool. Incredible. What a great idea. That would look so pretty with different, now I'm thinking I'm going to start collecting all my oranges, minis and bits. I've got one skein of really bold orange, really bright orange. What a great idea. That would go with my jacket that I never wear. That would give me a reason to wear it.
There you go. And it's what, 5 colors, I think? I think it's what, 5 colors Vertices Unite?
Yeah, because I had a 6-skein kit and I didn't use one. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's a cool idea, actually. I really like that idea. So, what do you think? Like, one knitter gets a little bit of success and people start talking about one bonnet and all of a sudden there's 15 different versions of them.
Yeah, because that's how they go. I mean, if the Sophie scarf, now there's all those patterns out for little necktie scarves. They're all basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're all the same, just vertical, increases and decreases. But there's a million of those on Rav for free as well. Like,
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So it's weird to me that people are paying for that pattern when there's I personally find it really boring having to do those kind of oblique increases and then get to half your yarn or a certain length and then start doing the decreases. I think they're boring.
Yeah. The Vertices Unite, though, you don't even have to use full skeins of the 5 colors because the most of any color you use is about 310 yards. So that would be good for if you had small bits of orange from other different things.
That's what I'm thinking. Some half skeins or minis or
The other one
is 285, 320, 165, 230, and 310.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The other one I recommend is the Spectra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was good.
It was fun.
That was good. I love making that.
I mean, it's a lot of short rows, but
I have yarn for that. I just haven't done it.
I kind of want to do another one, but
it's a nice gift. That'd be a nice Christmas gift for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed making that for Vinny's mum. Yeah, that was a nice gift, Nick.
I wouldn't mind doing another Vertices Unite.
Yeah,
I would like to.
Colors, yeah.
I don't know that I would do it in orange, but I might use some orange. Orange and gray would be pretty.
Some orange and grays and silver and
black and
white.
Yeah.
Have to see what oranges our dyer. Have to see the oranges our dyer friends come up with.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun, though.
Really fun.
That's funny.
It's a good pattern. It's a nice, relaxing pattern, because it's like it's not complicated.
Is it the second section? One of the bigger sections was like, oh my God, am I ever going to get through this?
Right, but it's not hard.
No, it's not hard.
It just took a little tedious there.
It's like this. It's not
Yeah.
hard. It's just tedious, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, but won't you be so happy when you're done, Therese?
Yes, I will. Like the last one, until the next torture I do
Oh, Kami round here no more.
I love that one. Don't call me around here no more. I love that one.
I can't wait to see him.
I know.
That's cool.
I don't think I've knit anything in orange really, other than I knit a pumpkin hat years ago. So
Orange. But I have rules. I have rules. I don't wear
orange.
I don't wear orange in football season.
Oh yeah.
So I only wear orange in spring and summer.
Because you're weird like that. Whereas orange would be a great color in winter to
weird.
brighten up an outfit. You're weird like that.
You're weird.
It's a football thing.
It is.
She doesn't want to be. She doesn't want to be assumed to be a Miami Dolphins fan.
No, not even Dolphins. Come on, Bengals, Browns. Come on.
Yeah, the Tigers. Yeah.
Ugh. My baseball team is orange, so I'm not going to wear a sweater.
I could see making one with gray and orange and cream.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty.
And some black. Yeah.
Mm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Not cream, white.
Yeah.
Pretty unique. I think orange would be a great shawl color for sure. If you wore lots of neutrals, if you wore creams or blacks or browns, I think it would be a real pop.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Orange is just a fun color. It's fun.
Yeah, but
sorry, but it's true.
I don't really wear it. Like I said, I bought it because I like the look of it. But then when you wear it, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to, people are going to stare at me from a mile away because I'm like a beacon of orange. But
well, you have to wear it when it's bright sunshine out. You can't wear it. If I walked out today, now today we are a little bit sunny, but most days.
You wouldn't wear orange on a gloomy day?
You can't, because people see you from 5 miles away. You have to wear it in the summertime.
But you got to walk out with it like you own it. Like they should be jealous looking at all your orange.
Okay.
You got to strut that orange. Strut that orange.
Don't strut. Okay.
Orange is the new black, right? So you got to just wear it.
And now we're prison people.
Not prison orange.
Lesbians here. Okay.
I don't think that's where Joe was going with that, but okay.
Well, that's where I went with it. So.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
If certain people think they can own the color orange and no one else should get to knit with it, then
that's not true.
Whoops, I got a tangle.
Nobody owns an orange. Nobody can trademark a color. They can't trademark words. They can't,
California orange. How is California going after? Oh, did you see we had a hurricane? Did you see we had a cyclone this morning?
Yes, I saw.
Been talking to my girlfriend all week, and you know what? I told her last night, because she's where it's hitting north of Brisbane, and I said to her, "Have you got your toilet paper?" She's like, "Oh my God!" Sunday, when the news came out, like a week ago, when the news came out of this cyclone, supermarket shelves absolutely cleaned out.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely cleaned out of toilet paper first. And I said to her, well, you could always be like Tom. And then I told her about Tom with his missing sleeves off his shirts when he goes hunting. So we had
to do what a man's got to do.
Right. And she said she's now going to spread that story around about Tom. Tom's going to be famous.
Don't do no.
Consider, you can always, use your sleeves. And it was funny explaining that to her about Tom. I loved it. It was fun. So, yeah, that would have hit this afternoon. That means hopefully we'll get a bit of rain, a lot of flooding, obviously. It's only Category 1 when it went across this morning. So cyclonic winds, not that much, but lots and lots and lots of rain and lots of flooding. There's towns that haven't even recovered from the last flood a few years ago. So they're going to cop that. But how's LA going with their fires and rebuilding? Have they actually had any rain in LA? Any
I
rain
don't
on your
know.
coast? No?
I don't know if they've had any rain. We haven't had much. But I guess they're going to start rebuilding soon. I don't know. I know Trump
Yeah, but
sent
they're
some people there to help them.
They're being crappy about it.
Well, yeah, the insurance companies are screwing them.
Well, and the government is being crappy about it. They're putting all these regulations. They're saying that now they have to have certain amount of rebuilds have to be for low income housing. And
the California government,
yeah. And then the guy from it was a big controversy. The guy from State Farm, the vice president of whatever the hell. He
said they shouldn't have even built there.
Oh, these people and their big egos, they shouldn't be building there, and it's their own fault.
Really?
He got fired, but but that's how the insurance companies feel,
Yeah, they want to punish the homeowners because the state didn't do their job of keeping the underbrush down.
Now, I understand that the insurance companies don't want to take losses. I get that, but you don't blame the people for the government's.
Well, that's the thing. Then the insurance lobby should have been putting pressure on the government to make sure that circumstances wouldn't happen, so they have to pay out.
Right.
But they don't, and then they don't want to, and then the poor homeowners are the ones who get screwed.
But imagine paying a mortgage on a property that you can't even live in or walk on or do anything with, and
they're
paying rent,
taxes on it. Joe Bob, they're paying
taxes on it, mortgage repayments on it, and can't do anything with it. I mean, that would kill me. I don't know. I think I'd pitch a tent. How can you rent somewhere else when you can barely afford a mortgage on this bit of charred earth that is doing nothing for you?
Well, it's like the people down in Tennessee and North Carolina are still struggling. Though Trump has gone in and gotten some relief, and now there's fires in South Carolina and North Carolina now on the coast.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy to me. I think, yeah. I don't know how people keep going through stuff like that. It's just heartbreaking, absolutely soul-destroying stuff. I don't know how they manage. Because I sure as shit would pitch a tent. I wouldn't be paying rent. I mean, you wouldn't be able to afford it to pay. I wouldn't be able to afford it if my place burnt down now. I'd be living with the echidnas out the back and the goannas in a tent, in a tree, because I can't afford to rent somewhere else and pay a mortgage. That's ridiculous.
Well, plus there was, people were rent gouging, driving up the prices of rent just because, it's gross.
Because people
and I guess with
try to take advantage in tragedy.
Would you have excesses that you pay to make claims and things like that? I don't know how it works with house insurance or land insurance.
Well, you have to have it. You pay the deductible, and then
State Farm is one of those.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, and it's just
managed
sad.
to my wall everywhere. I shouldn't have thrown my 3 balls of wool into the same bag because, of course, I got a tangle. They should have gone in 3 separate bags inside the one bag. Dum-dum. What a retard. I'm hopeless.
We all do it.
Yep.
I have this basket I'm using for my two skeins.
Yeah, you're
peanut
smart.
basket.
A dual carrier.
I found this on Etsy. Yeah, it's actually Wool's Needle Hands had one on her podcast the one time I watched, and I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. It's called a peanut basket.
How's your Temu purchases going lately? I've been seeing a lot of ads for very nice yarns on Temu.
I haven't bought much recently.
I can't really justify it with all my stash to purchase any more yarn. That yarn, those 4 balls I showed you earlier, they just happen to get, find their way into my car. I don't know how.
All the yarn that I've gotten off of there has been nice. I haven't
I
bought
haven't
anything
used it yet.
lately because of tariffs and that kind of thing. Plus the mail's been super slow lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mail is a disaster.
Yeah. But everything I've gotten has been nice.
Okay. I've been seeing some really good reviews. I'm like, if places like Joanne's have closed or are closing, then there are alternate online. I know, like Mama Nevin was saying with fabrics, you need to feel them and, check drape and all that sort of scratchiness sort of stuff. But I was thinking, yarn, merino's merino, but I have, got some scratchy merino in the past, and it depends after you wash it too, like all those Noro yarns that change their structure after. I don't understand this. Can you explain this to me? In the milling process, that wool's in a hell of a lot of water, okay? Water, chemicals, whatever. And so when they're milling wool, it's washed and it's washed and it's dyed and it's washed. Why is it then when we get it, it's still a bit crunchy and it softens up over even more washes after it's processed? It doesn't make sense to me when it's, spent half its processing time in water anyway. I don't get it. Do you get it?
I don't understand it.
Maybe because of the chemical processes, maybe it softens up because it gets rid of more chemical processes. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a Tina question, because a lot of yarns like the Noro yarns still have vegetation in them even after they're processed. And then as you wash them and wear them over the years, they get softer and softer. They're beautiful. Why aren't they super soft when we get them in the first place?
I don't know.
Oops, I had a break. Okay, so I've got a fringe. I've got a fringe without asking for one. Hang on, I might just.
It's self-fringing itself without even you doing it intentionally.
Yeah, I know. There's a hole in that cone of yarn. Never know. I'll just keep going. If it has more holes in it, I won't use it. I'll throw it out.
Tina says it's probably just the way it breaks down and degrades over time.
Oh, the yarn. Okay, so it's
okay. I'm not laughing at Tina, but David was just waving his hand, and so I stopped and said, "What?" And he said, "Because the fabric just breaks down over time." And then Tina just validated.
David is a new yarn guru. He knows all about it now. Well, how can he not with friends like us and a wife like you? Yes, that's right. He could be an expert. He could run his own yarn store. That's true. It does break down and it softens over time, but
not lately.
I just think things after we wash them and block them, or, when you do your so-called wash and block, all of a sudden it's miraculously softer than ever before. Maybe because it is, like the Jamison wool, the Jameson 2-ply that grows. The more you knit it, it just softens and warms up and it just expands and stretches out of shape.
I can't wait to wash and block this because the fiber was reclaimed, so it's crinkly. It's noodle. It's like ramen.
Oh. Is that was okay? So you're using that with the forbidden fibers?
Yeah.
Well, they're not held together, but
I know
strands of the. And I can't wait to wash this and have it straighten out because it's going to be super soft. Right now, it's a little crunchy.
Watch it relax.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
That's cool.
It is.
I see that all the time. People are recycling sweaters from thrift stores. And when I go to the thrift store, I never find anything lovely and woolly that I want to buy to recycle.
You have to go to the nice areas, thrift stores.
Oh, the posh designer wear jumpers.
Yeah.
They would arm and a leg anyway. Thrift stores have become, what we call charity stores. They've become boutiques now where they're selling rag rugs, brand new, from Bangladesh and stuff like that now. And the prices on what they consider, the one person out the back who's the antique expert or fashion expert, whatever they consider to be a fair price. And some things are like $50, $60.
Yeah, and it's like you
designer
got
garment.
donated this. What do you do?
Really?
Yeah.
Supposed to be a
Ooh.
charity store, but it's not. They've become big business now, and even
Ooh.
Wow. I never seen bison fiber.
oh, bison fiber, Lizzie. Made some socks with bison fiber. The yarn would soften. Well, that's like the Noro. I mean, I've pulled burrs out of the Noro, and it softens beautifully after you wear it a couple of times. Okay. Oh, socks made of burrs. No, thank you. I haven't.
Oh.
I mean, I've seen bison. I've been to the bison farm that's in our state. That's a big day trip. Remember Millie and I went on a road trip and we went to the bison farm. We had lunch there. I didn't eat bison, but we had lunch there. And Millie patted the baby bison through the fence as we drove away. We pulled up and
Surprised she didn't try to sneak one. Surprised she didn't try to sneak one in your car.
I have bison steaks in my refrigerator to eat tomorrow.
Oh, do you?
Oh.
Wow, you're
They're
Annie
little.
Oakley.
They're just like medallions, but yep.
Yeah.
Can't you imagine it? Millie, what's that pile in the back of the car? Oh, it's nothing.
Nothing.
Why is that tote bag
down the
moving?
road? 100 miles down the road, you got the head of a bison calf.
Yeah, we know how Millie is. Dr. Doolittle. Yeah.
Dr. Doolittle, she is always bringing home animals.
My youngest is like that too. She always did.
Yeah, I do wonder about that. These brand new yarns that you buy that are supposed to soften over washing and time, and I think washing is part of that process of making it, producing it into fibre, into yarn.
Could just be the chemicals are not conductive to the yarn softening.
But then again, you don't want stuff too soft like cashmere. I've got a stash of cashmere and wool, and at first wearing it peels like a like been sunburnt on a hot summer's day. It just everything just falls off of it. It looks horrible.
That's how my new sweater is. It's the first day I wore it.
But I bet it was soft.
Oh, it's soft. Yeah, but then you're like all fuzzy. Yeah.
It just looks like it's 100 years old after you've worn it the first time.
Right.
It looks
first
like
time. Yeah.
That is true. Well, I hope everybody's going to be knitting their stripes and post pictures because we want to see them.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. If you could post them to the Knit Night podcast on Insta, tag us in that would be great. Otherwise, I don't think I'm going to see them. I saw Morgan's on her Insta post, but when I went to the Mayhem Cal, hashtag Mayhem Cal, I couldn't see it. So
I think Instagram's doing that.
Yeah.
You can't follow hashtags anymore. It's stupid.
Yeah, so that's really frustrating because I just want inspiration so that I can use my stash. I'm really trying to be very good about not purchasing yarn. I know I have plenty of stash here to make stuff. I just need to find it all. I know I know it's here somewhere. Maybe I do need to empty out my wool room in the machinery shed and bring it all here to the one room where I can just put it under tables and look at it.
Yeah.
Because having 2 spaces now is a bit crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you have your new room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting sort of because it's just like a big bedroom, with a window and overhead lighting, which is good. I've got a bit of a shrine happening. I've got a bit of a religious shrine happening with bits and pieces I've been collecting since I started reading the Bible this year. I've got, you want to see my knitting needles? Not, can I show you my knitting needle stash?
Sure.
Before we go today. Okay, I'll show you. Hopefully I won't trip over everything I've got on the floor. I'll bring it over here because, let me move that cardigan vest pattern. Let me show you a couple of things that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of doing just a knitting session, a free knitting session, not knitting lessons. Hang So I put them in these glass containers. So here's my big knitting, like the chunky ones that I just leave in this. Right, see, Amy? Right. They're the fat ones. They're all dusty. And these are my short, skinny ones. So I just put short, skinny ones in here, the little short ones, so I can teach knitting to kids and stuff. But I've got all these ones in here too.
Wow.
But they're just like, I've put them into different groups. So they're the short ones. The other ones were the fat ones. And then I have a little container with all the odd ones in. Like they're the short plastic ones, the chunky ones. But, you know, like long double pointed needles, the longer ones for sweater knitting. And Tunisian crochet hooks.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a few of those. Don't know why.
Where'd you put all your notes?
Tunisian crochet hooks, more. Just like the longer double pointed needles, and Tunisian crochet hooks that I don't use, and a big fat, look at that for a crochet hook.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a boy one. That's 30 mil. Yep. So I just put some odds and ends in here of double pointed needles and Tunisian crochet hooks that I've never used, but I just had to own. And then this is the one I love the best. This is my regular needles that I like to use. Oh, grief, it's heavy. Oh. And this is my, that one's heavy. This is my regular needles.
Wow.
Wow.
That I use. So, because I do like a longer needle. Oh, because I do like a long needle, you know, just for sweaters and stuff. So remember the good old days when we used to knit on, oh, there's some Addies with a little heart. They're cute.
No, I don't remember those good old days. I've only used circular or pretty much.
But remember the good old days when we just used straight needles? And
My mom
had
all
you had to have at least two of every side. You could do sleeves together, like two in tandem, or on the same needles and do the body on the other ones. So, this one's heavy though. Oh. So that's some of my needles that I brought over, so I can do a Sunday session of knitting for people to stop in and knit with me.
She's prepared if there's a zombie or vampire apocalypse.
And then I've got some circular needles that I just hang as well. They're just some of them. They're not all of them, because I have all my shorter ones in a giant pencil case, but they're just the longer ones. Circular needles that I just hang on a lamp. Ooh, they're dusty.
That's what I do.
That's what I do too.
Hanging mine on a lamp, over a lamp.
Yep.
Oh, that's so dusty.
Right here.
So, yes, I'm thinking, because I have all these resources and some acrylic wool that I'm never going to knit from, I thought I might do a crafting afternoon every Sunday, do a Sunday session after church gets out, because church is in the main street. And I just thought maybe some ladies or gentlemen or children would like to come and join me and do some knitting on a Sunday.
Maybe one day.
Not in here. Yeah, not in my studio, but in the shop. So I'm going to put a huge table down in the shop. I just need to get it from home into town, which is a problem because it doesn't fit on the back of a regular utility. It's quite big. And I'm just going to put the needles in the middle of the table and tell people they can use them and use the wool and learn how to knit.
Oh,
I thought that would be a cool idea. So that will hopefully, I mean, here it'll only go like from 2 till 4 because by 5 o'clock it's pitch black outside, it's dark outside. So in winter. So, yeah, I'm hoping to start just spreading a bit of community spirit and doing some crafting and knitting at the big table at the back of the shop.
Good for you.
Yeah. But yeah, those needles I've been carrying around and moving around the last 30 plus years and just adding to them. And it's just got too much. So I'm quite happy for other people to take them and use them and never see them again. Because now I've got my Liquor circulars. Yeah, I sort of don't need 300 needles. But then again, I could do with another set of Liquor. So I could have 2 of everything. It would be nice.
Just because you don't need 300
It's
needles
Teresa.
doesn't mean you don't need to have 300 needles. Because,
I don't need 300 pairs of needles now. I can just have 2 sets of, I've got 2 sets of these for the DPNs, which I find really handy. What are they, Net Pro?
Yep.
I think so, yeah. They look like it.
I've got 2 of those. I wouldn't mind 2 sets of the Liquor copper. Those copper needles really, I notice the difference. If I use regular metal circulars, my fingers do get really sore. So when I use the copper ones, it actually eases the pain of doing, telethon knitting. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind just keeping a few, unique sets like the wooden ones, these ones, and giving away the rest of them, especially Tunisian crochet hooks. When am I ever going to do Tunisian crochet?
The minute you get rid of the hooks, you'll want them.
As soon as you do.
If I, what,
Yeah.
the Tunisian ones that I've been hanging on to for 15 years?
Yeah, and the minute
Longer.
you get rid of them, you'll finally want to do that Tunisian project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll just hang on to those. I definitely want to hang on to all the DPNs because I do like to use them for larger projects or sleeves or necklines when I can't fit a circular around. I do like using straight needles more. Like I'd rather use DPNs than a little circular.
Yeah, sometimes, I don't know.
I don't like DPNs, but that's just me.
DPNs are fiddly, but then magic loop can be on sleeves can be fiddly too. So
It can be.
yeah, or the small, yeah.
I tend to use 16-inch on the sleeve until it's too small for it, and then I switch to magic loop.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I would never, ever do magic loop. Always do DPNs.
Huh.
Mm.
They're just so fiddly. Ugh.
Yeah. Guys, we've been on almost over 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Well, Joe, we've missed you.
we totally missed you.
Mm.
I know. You keep mentioning me in your podcast.
Because we love
About
you and
how
miss you.
No, but how I'm going to tell you how you're doing it wrong and how I'm writing notes, which is kind of half true because I am writing notes.
Didn't you have something you had to yell at me about? Is that what you said in the beginning? Okay, what was it? Just tell me.
Hang on. I'll put your name against your quotes. Don't you worry.
I'm sure. Is there a spreadsheet?
No, it's all good.
Copious notes.
Joe will rant about the things we've done wrong. Yes, and tell us, yeah.
Is that a lie?
Kind of true.
No, this is cool. This is cool. No, I'm very happy. I mean, I can't believe when Anne Pinkerville was here, you girls were on your best behaviour. Best behaviour ever.
That's because nobody was talking about things like, dinosaur porn and stuff like that.
Dinosaur smut, I heard. And I still don't know what that is and I'm not looking for it online. I think it's great that Therese mentions one week that she would like to knit an orange sweater and then boom, it's happening. And I'm really excited to join in.
I can manifest.
I think it's going to be great.
Yes.
Put it out there in the world.
Yep.
No, you've been good, Therese. You've behaved yourself for the month. I'm giving you just didn't like my pooling. That was okay. Called it gobs of colour. Look at my beautiful failed stripes. It's pooling. It's not gobs of colour. Amy said gobs of colour. Okay, Amy's in trouble. I heard that Adam and Amy are no longer friends because of David Tennant and Doctor Who, and now all of a sudden they're friends again.
Yeah, because
Fickle.
That's because
people is that? Who's
Adam
Adam or
stuck in-
Amy?
Adam's stuck in commie Canada, so we have to give allowances
Okay.
because he's
No,
stuck.
not about the 11th Doctor. No,
Well,
the 10th Doctor. Sorry.
No, so I'm just going to be knitting stripes this month until I see you next month. That's all I'm doing. I'm just going to knit all the things in stripes. Baby, I want to show you baby socks by the time I see you next month. I really, really want to focus on those, and might finish one of these sweaters that I'm knitting in the next couple of weeks, or even I don't know, because that burgundy one, the maroon one, is fingering, so that's a tough ask. But
but
Teresa's just done.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty with the stripes. I just love how I picked up the minis and I was like, wow, Liz bought these for me. They're so gorgeous. And I've been looking at all my special yarns that people have gifted me, and I'm like, I really want to knit them. I don't want to leave them for someone else at a thrift store to knit them. I want to knit them and use them and wear them.
Yeah.
So I've been looking through all my gifted yarns and minis, and I've been thinking about Chicken Lady Fibre Arts a lot lately because I've got her beautiful Advent and my blackety black that I purchased, but the Advent that she actually gifted to me, which was so beautiful, so sweet.
I have to use my Patriot collection from her.
Yeah, I've got beautiful yarns like that have been gifted to me that I really want to. I've got crocheted blocks, by the way, Therese. I have these crocheted blocks, and I've said to Neil, I'm getting to the stage where my friendship blanket's only missing one crocheted block. And I said to Neil the other day, you know what, I could even just turn it into a poncho and leave that square empty for the day that someone finally makes their square that they owe me. Oh,
it's made.
And turn it into a blanket. But in the meantime, I could wear it as a poncho and just have the centre square missing. That someone owes me. Just mentioning that for a friend in case you know anything about that.
I think it would probably be cheaper for me to buy a plane ticket, fly my ass down to Australia,
and crochet a new one.
Deliver this crocheted block to you.
Do you know what? Bugger it. I am going to turn it into a poncho, and I'm going to wear it all the time now.
Now I'm going to send it to you.
Because the only thing missing is you, Therese.
I'm going to eat ramen for the next couple months, and then I'm going to
Don't do it. No, honestly, that's why I was thinking for the stripes, Cal, that I might do some gift certificates, because it's so much easier to just organise a gift certificate. Yeah, from your country, from a dyer in your country, than it is for me to spend $50 to mail over a couple of skeins of wool.
You will get it.
Yeah.
You will get it. I'll have to.
Well, I'd rather use that postage money as part of the gift, instead of, wasting $50. It's not wasting, but I mean, I'd rather gift that $50 to somebody. Yeah, somebody that they can enjoy yarn instead of just waiting for a paper envelope to turn up.
It's outrageous. Now we'll see.
Okay.
What are you doing?
No, it's really ridiculous, and I have stopped sending mail overseas because it's just costing too much money. It's just such a big chunk of money.
I mean,
okay. Well, when I see you next. Sorry, Therese?
No, I was just saying they keep raising the rates, but then the service keeps getting worse. It's anyway.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
Next month, I'll see you all in April with all my finished knits.
You're just waiting for Joe to come visit you. That's why.
Yes. Come visit me, and I'll hand it to you.
I mean,
no, I'm going to make a poncho.
She could take a day trip.
If I have another square, I don't know what to do with it. I'll have to, make a bib or something for when I'm in the nursing home. A drill bib or something.
Thanks, chat, for joining us and
Thank you, chat.
being part of our
So it was
family of fun.
relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Relaxing and calm.
Knit the baby knits, the hats, the baby socks, and the baby
Did all
knits.
stuff.
Yeah, and then
Give Tina my
Orange is coming up,
address.
and then
Tina.
Manju Now, and Shark Week.
Shark Week. Orange.
Yeah, we're set. Brioche in October. We're set until Christmas now.
There you
It's
go.
gonna be
Brioche
crazy.
in October.
Yeah, wow. But I don't think you will. I think you'll like go squirrel, and find different patterns because October is always the busiest time for new patterns to be released.
Yeah,
Plus we have other stuff we have to do.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, it was good to see you, Joe. Let me look up and when the next Friday is in April.
April something.
Let me see.
Everybody flip your block
April
calendars.
4th. April 4th.
Okay.
May the 4th be with you. April 4th.
April 4th.
April 4th.
That's
So,
good. And
love
then
you
the
too,
following
Tina.
week after that, I'll be going on a road trip. So that's cool. That's good timing.
Where are you going on a road trip, Joe?
To the Sydney Royal Easter Show.
Oh, that's right. You go to the Easter show every year. I forgot. Is Millie judging?
Yes,
She is?
Millie's stewarding and judging. Yes.
Oh, nice. Good for her.
So I'm going to drive up to pick up Charlie from university. Oh, Charlie, who, by the way, got her provisional license this week, first go.
Yay. Good for her.
I was so nervous for her, but she got her license, so I'm very proud of her. But I'm going to go and pick her up where she is at university, and we're going to do a road trip to go and watch Millie doing her stewarding and judging for the Royal Agricultural Society.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
All the animals. Good for her.
All the sheep, cattle, and yeah.
We're not podcasting this coming Monday, right, Teresa?
No.
We're off Monday.
No.
So we will be back on Monday, the 17th. So St. Patrick's Day. Some of us
will be.
Yeah. So St. Patrick's Day. So
Yeah.
wear your green and
Oh, what's
go Irish.
blue? Nope, the Scots
And
are still Scott.
if I get out of bed early tomorrow morning, I'll be at church with Neil tomorrow night for you guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
We need to talk, girl.
Nope. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy them on their journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever works for them. That's it's their journey.
Well, yeah.
They'll figure out what they need to, I think.
Yeah.
And then we'll fix it.
And then I'm sure they'll have opinions. So
I'm really curious. I have not spoken to Neil at all, so I'm really, really curious to see what he thinks of the beginning of Genesis, the beginning of creation.
Oh well,
I'm sure he'll have opinions, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna sit back and watch you guys and enjoy. He just did an episode with Tabitha for her Patreon. That was fun and crazy.
Oh, I know we're going, but do you know I tried to join that Patreon? I'm sure you probably don't know. I tried to join that Patreon, and I have the screenshot, which I've sent to Tabitha and to Neil, to prove to them that it tried to charge me $176 for the month in Australian dollars.
It's $5.
Yeah, I said, what have you got against Australians? I was like, what's going on? You're discriminating against me because I'm Australian. You don't want me in your group. I won't find out all the goss. And you know what Neil said? He goes, that's my guest fee, my guest appearance fee.
And
that gets sorted. I will be absolutely joining the Patreon for Traditha, for Cabot Cove Knits, because that was just amazing.
That's hilarious.
That was so
$6.
I've got it on my phone, $176, I'm pretty sure it said. And I looked at it, I thought, no, they've made a mistake. It should be $17 a month, double, because the currency exchange. I thought it would be double. So I thought like $10 would get me to $18 or something like that. No, us Australians get charged the Tabitha tariff.
I mean, I knew the exchange rate was bad, but I didn't realize
not
it was
that
that
bad.
bad.
She does not want me.
That sounds like a postal rate. Yeah.
Sounds like Neil and Tabitha have a thing going to make money off the foreigners. I'm just
They're
saying.
grifters.
They colluded. They were like, Joe Bob always wants to know the gossip. Let's just push her out a little bit and make it unreachable. Yeah, they did that to me. They did.
So rude.
So go join Tabitha's Patreon and I'll see you when I get there, when I'm actually allowed to come into the group.
We'll
And
tell
it's
her
not
to
going
give
to cost me a kidney.
We'll tell her to give you a shout out.
Yeah.
That you're there.
Great. Great. When I get there. When she changes her Australian tariff, I'll be joining because it's so much fun.
Started.
It was fun. They're when they did their Nittler and Tradathon, when they were learning how to spin, which neither one of them
Which
turned into a crochet lesson, which was painful.
I
don't
wanna
know
see
how
behind
he's supposed to
the
teach
scenes.
her how to spin when he doesn't know how. Like what? What? Are
Well,
doing?
you were on
It's so
standby.
fun.
I know.
They are
I was
funny. They are
I
so
was
funny.
howling. I was howling. I'm like, what are you even talking about?
Yeah, I did enjoy the crochet lesson though,
That was funny too.
with the
It was
wrong yarn.
also-
Yeah, I want to
Not safe.
I want
for
to
work
join
either.
in. Patreon. I'm happy to give up a skein of yarn each month to join. So I'll see you guys next month.
All right.
Bye. Thanks
Well, we see you
everybody.
Before that,
Yeah, like and subscribe and knit all the stripes
like, subscribe, tell all
And
your
put-
friends.
and plan your
Friend music.
orange in accordance to the orange is our color now,
And knit for the
You're welcome.
babies
and knit for the babies.
or crochet.
And we will
Or
see you
spin.
guys on St. Patrick's Day. So
Mm.
we'll be back then. Tune in to all our friends, watch all our friends' podcasts. We'll see you guys
Watch
later.
everybody. Do all the things.
Bye.
Bye.
Come on.
Shut off.